Yeah. Big mouth gal riding tall. Truth talk coming through. Let's go. They call me the good nun. Your opinions on blast. Got a voice like thunder and I'm never outclassed. Sanctimonious fast with a silver spurred tongue. If I cuss too loud, well, I'm just getting started, hun. I'm a big mouth on a horse. Don't need no permission. I speak truth loud like it's holy tradition. Yeah, I messed up, but I own my position. A fair queen riding with divine conviction. I drop hot takes like thunder from the saddle. Spit facts so raw they make cowards skedaddle. Ain't here to pander. I check myself too. If I'm wrong, I admit it. That's just what I do.
Big mouth, big truth.
Giddy up, girl. Giddy up.
She wild, but she just
Riding tall. I'm a big mouth on a horse. Don't need no permission. I speak truth loud like it's holy tradition. Yeah, I messed up, but I own my position. A fair queen riding with divine
conviction.
Big mouth, big truth. Giddy up, girl. Giddy up. She wild, but she just riding tall. I'm a big mouth on a horse, don't need no permission. I speak truth loud, like it's holy tradition. Yeah, I messed up, but I own my position. A fair queen riding with divine conviction. Don't up, baby, up, baby.
The truth just arrived. Giddy up.
Giddy up, girl, giddy up.
She wild, but she just
Riding tall. Yeah. Perched up high, looking down on the scene. Y'all say running, I just mean talking reckless, but they still watch me. Watch this. I'm sitting up high, sipping my tea. Drama below, but it don't touch me. Talk all you want, I know the key. Training for free, you working for me. Oh, they mad, they watching close. Counting my steps like I'm giving them hope. Talking in codes, but I'm taking notes. Keep throwing shade, I'm bringing the glow. They mad, they watching close. Counting my steps like I'm giving them hope. Talking in codes, but I'm taking notes. Keep throwing shade, I'm bringing the glow. I'm talking my talk, riding so tall. They trying to reach, but they bound to fall. High horse views, queen of the news. Say what I want, I don't pick and choose.
y'all play checkers, I'm 10 moves ahead. They drop a name, I collect my bread. I make them nervous, I live in their head. Y'all play defense, I press instead.
They mad, but still tune in. Numbers don't lie, who really win? See me shine, you think that grin, but stay upset, stay locked right in.
I'm talking my talk, riding so tall. They trying to reach, but they bound to fall. High horse views, queen of the news. Say what I want, I don't pick and choose.
They mad, but still tune in. Numbers don't lie, who really win? See me shine, you fake that grin, but stay upset, stay locked right in.
I'm talking my talk, riding so tall. They trying to reach, but they bound to fall. High horse views, queen of the news. Say what I want, I don't pick and choose.
Yeah, still top tier. Voice so loud, make them all disappear. Talk my talk, yeah, make that clear. High horse life, I've been that near. Drama below, but it don't touch me. Talk all you want, I know the key. Train for free, you working for me. Oh, they mad, they watching close. Counting my steps like I'm giving them hope. Talking in codes, but I'm taking notes. Keep throwing shade, I'm bringing the glow. I'm talking my talk, riding so tall. They trying to reach, but they bound to fall. High horse views, queen of the news. Say what I want, I don't pick and choose.
I play checkers, I'm 10 moves ahead. They drop a name, I collect my bread. I make them nervous, I live in their head. Y'all play defense, I pass instead.
They mad, but still tune in. Numbers don't lie, who really win? See me shine, they fake that grin, but stay upset, they locked right in.
Still up here, yeah, still top tier. Voice so loud, make them all disappear. Talk my talk, yeah, make that clear. High horse life, I've been that near.
Hello, good afternoon. Let me move this. good afternoon, good evening, good night. I know some people already went to bed. It's all good. You can catch the replay. If you like what you hear, hit the thumbs up. If you don't like what you don't hear or what you did hear, go ahead and hit the dislike. I'm totally fine with that too. My comment section is open to anybody. The one thing I will ask is anybody who was discussed during this live stream, please maintain the who I am in my chat. Please call other creators by their YouTube names. That's just my question. I also kind of want to give a disclaimer. LG or M, if you guys need to step out, that may be best for the situation. I did not talk to you guys about this live stream, but you are mentioned in this live stream, so I want to make sure that I'm mindful of your feelings and headspace as well. So this live stream will be about nonsense. Okay. The creator, not the subject. However, I did get a chance today. I was on a road trip today for work, and I got to listen to her entire, I think maybe 2-3 hour rant, and we're not listening to the entire thing. But during that live stream, there were so many lies told. And that is one why I made the title, Don't Tell Lies About Me, and I Will Not Tell the Truths About You. Quoting Kendrick Lamar, of course. Part of the problem is when you get so overly attached or emotional to things, you lose sight of who you are. And my experience here on YouTube is different than anybody else's, and I respect that. But my experience is typically you have most creators, when they start to get caught up within themselves and they get called out for that, they really do get defensive, excuse me. And maybe it's something within their own conscience. Maybe it's something they feel prideful about. Maybe it's because they've surrounded themselves with people who tell them, you're not doing anything wrong. You're amazing. You're wonderful. You're whatever. Right. And it happens to everybody. So that part is not about nonsense. That is in general for YouTube creators, because it has happened to so many people as we go. So let's hop into it. So what you will see today, I'm going to, again, put the disclaimer in here. I am going to be showing DMs during this live stream. Again, if you lie on me, I've got to clear my name. I am going to be showing an email between Queen Bee and I, because there was a lie about that communication as well, told by Nonsense. And so I want to make sure you can call me a bitch. You can say I hang out with people you don't like. You can say a lot of things about me and it doesn't impact me, but saying blatant ass lies about me or the things that I have done, that's not okay with me. That's a character assassination, which I've never done to Nonsense. Okay. So judge me for what you may. If you don't like the fact that I'm putting out DMs or emails or showing these things, I understand that. I respect that. However, I'm only doing it because there was a lie told, and that's the only way I can prove it's a flat out lie. So that's the reason why it's going out there. Don't lie. I don't have to put anything out. So here we go. Okay. Let's see what speed we're at, because we're definitely not listening to this in 1x. We'll try 1.5 and then we'll go from there. Okay. Yeah, basically. Okay. Here we go.
I'm going to talk about a lot that some of you probably have no idea about. I'm going to speak about my experience, what I've seen, what I've been through, stuff that's impacted me and others. I encourage you to listen. Keep an open mind. Don't run and try to cause chaos. There's enough of that already. But some of this might be hard for some of you to hear, because there's some connecting factors that lurk around all of these spaces of the chaos that has been continued to happen to so many of us. So tonight, as we review the shit shows that's been happening, I'll be speaking very openly and naming names from my experience.
She doesn't name names, just shocker. She only names names.
Because I've frankly headed up to here.
I'm sure you all.
I'm angry. I'm frustrated. I'm disgusted.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing that I'm not going to do is play YouTube politics, or the optics, as some like to call it. No, we're going to talk about what the fucking reality of this bullshit is. We're not going to play.
I don't know when anybody was elected or signed up for YouTube politics. I don't even know what the fuck YouTube politics are. But if you think that YouTube has politics, like that came out of left field. I was like, who is a politician here? I'm very confused. Optics, like, isn't that a word she said for a very long time? It's very, very confused. Like it was like, I don't know which one of you decided that YouTube had politics. I don't even fuck with politics, and politicians lie. So I don't mess with that either. So I'm not sure what politicians are out here, who elected them. Are they left, are they on the left or the right? I have no clue, but I know me, and I know that I don't play politics. I do none. That's what I do. So I don't play politics. I don't go for optics. Optics means I have something to hide. So that part kind of threw me off, because I was like, politics? Who's doing YouTube politics? That's crazy. Okay. Excuse me.
YouTube optics anymore. We're going to talk about it openly, about what the fucking optics are and why the optics are the way they are, and who's the driving force behind the optics out here that are causing nothing but harm and chaos. For what? Not because you guys give a fuck. Not because you give a shit about what's actually going on. The difference between me and a lot of people that are running their fucking mouths is I've always said I'm an asshole with a YouTube channel, a lot of fucking trauma, and I don't like what happens to victims in real life.
Oh, sorry. I'll have to go back for a second. I'm pretty sure that's like 99% of the people here have some kind of trauma. Not everybody. Well, we actually all have YouTube channels, but most of us don't fire up live streams. So creator wise, I get that part, but like everybody here has a YouTube channel. Everybody has a community post or community page that they can post on. We all have some type of trauma at some point in time. So it's odd, but let me go back.
You have nobody. White saying to me that it was okay when Molly had one time said the same things. I mean, the difference between me and a lot of people that are running their fucking mouths is I've always said I'm an asshole with a YouTube channel, a lot of fucking trauma, and I don't like what happens to victims. The very people that some of them that one time said the same things now have made it their decision who's a victim and whose stories matter, or who is it's acceptable to re-victimize.
I'm not sure who, at this point, we still don't have names, right? We don't have any names. So we don't know who's being re-victimized. We don't know who got told that their trauma doesn't matter. We really have no clue thus far as to what's going on at that point in time. So we haven't really gotten there with the names. We're going to name names apparently, but this is another they and them and those and us, and it's confusing.
Because if they don't like you, it's fair game that they re-victimize you. It's fair game that they put anything out here. So again,
it's fair game that they victimize you. It's fair game that they put out anything about you. Again, I think that part was very confusing. Again, in the very beginning, I was already confused because we got the they, thems, all those kinds of things. The that group, those people, But later on in the stream, it's like, okay, well, you start to name names. My name being the most often said, and attached with some lies. But like, so is this part for me? Because I've never victimized anybody here on the internet, that I'm aware of, at least. I've never exploited any victims' trauma or anything like that. So it's confusing.
Again, pay attention. Because you might learn a little bit tonight that some of you might have assumed or you thought you knew. Chances are you didn't. Once upon a time, I started a game over here on the island. We did a live stream called Never Have I Ever, Molly Go Lightly Edition.
Amazing
A
game.
few people came up on panel.
Hilarious.
We talked about all the things that we had never done, but that Molly had.
Yeah.
It's interesting to me that it was okay when Molly was being addressed with all of these things.
Can you turn her side up? I don't know. She's up as high as she can go. I don't know if there's a setting. Hold on. Un momento. No, I can't. But I'll mute, and then you can tell me if you can hear her. If you can hear her better, Captain Obvi. So that if not, then that's okay. But some people haven't made a dime off of victims, lest you forget. I don't know. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna play it, and I'll mute and see if that makes a difference. You guys tell me in the chat if you can hear it better.
But the white knighting for people that are just as bad and problematic as Molly, Betty, people that are in the same category as them, they deserve a white knight? No, they're not white knighting. They're playing YouTube politics. And the YouTube politics that they're trying to play is divide, division. Why? Because you are alone in your real life?
I'm not quite sure who's alone in their real life because that's not my business. But the YouTube politics that they're playing is division. Are we dividing a country here? Like what? Again, where are the politicians at? I have not seen anybody. I mean, a lot of people here are liars, true. But like, I haven't seen anybody on this internet here talk about politicians or politics or this is YouTube politics. I don't know where this has come. All of this is a playbook talk. It is so weird. Oh, so she's applying the playbook that impacts victims and their families that Amethyst wrote to YouTube drama, which is what she covers currently. I didn't know that. Okay, maybe that's where the politics came. I didn't read the playbook all the way through, so that may be okay. All right, okay, maybe that's what I missed then.
You have nobody? So it's a game to you? All right, I see. Let's start here. This is from last night.
Tonight, they called people bitches. Like, I don't even know. Have we weight shamed tonight? We might have weight shamed. We might have done that. But still,
Brittany, we can play Never Have I Ever. Never have I ever had a CPS report opened up on me for leaving bruises upon my daughter's neck on Thanksgiving Eve.
That should have been shut fucking down right there. Right there. The people who at one point in time were friends with Queen Bee. You can thank for handing that information off. People who at one point in time were considered her friends, such as this one.
I'll look a fucking sense, just read pieces of fucking comments in the chat.
I'll tell you what it was.
This is from Willow, November of 24.
It's the fact that Queen came out the other day on 3 different times and said that she took that video that was sent to her by Cotton Candy Boobs of Brittany J's little boy twerking ass naked. She said that she reported that to her local sheriff's department, police department, whatever you want to call it. I FOIA'd the call logs for those dates.
Yeah, you FOIA'd. You sure did. This is somebody who used to be really good friends with Queen. When I came into this YouTube world.
All right, we're going to pause there for a second because that kind of confused me. So give me just a second here. I have a video. I have to like go back and forth with it. So please be patient because I'm not no video maker. And so I had to actually move it around. So hold on. Let's try this. Oh, actually, hold on. Am I muted? No. Okay. All right, here we go. It's this one. Close that out. This one. Okay.
It's an amazing concept, and the idea of being able to lawfully stop someone from committing something they haven't done yet and then punish them for it. It has such a great theme of free will.
Okay. So this is like the minority report is what I learned today. Because basically Nonsense is saying that Joneson actually did a FOIA before a police report or incident had even happened. And let me explain. The live stream that she's playing in this stream, let me go back to it, is from Willow. This live stream was done on November 7th of 2024. Okay. The date, share this tab instead. The date on the police report from what Sinner is talking about right now, okay, is November 27th, 2024. So Joneson is part of the minority report at this point. So she was able to actually pull a FOIA on an incident from the police that had not even happened yet. 20 days in the future, she was able to pull that. I've never seen such a thing happen, but apparently it happens. And unfortunately, again, this to me felt like a constant push towards a specific narrative. It felt like you purposely lied on this, knowing that what she is talking about was a video, was a FOIA from Brittany J's kids video. You knew that there was a difference. You knew that there were two different FOIA reports. You knew which one she was responsible for, but that's the reason why you told your audience ahead of time, you know, like politicians do apparently. But that's why you told your audience ahead of time, hey, I'm just going to tell you these things. I'm not going to show you. This is the only receipt I'm going to show you, as she said this on a panel. But I'm not going to tell you that she actually said this 20 days before an incident had even happened. Okay. All right. Cool. Love that for you. So that's lie number one. Cool. Love that. Let's get to getting those retractions done, because right now I've never seen somebody who's so on point with receipts. Used to have credibility with receipts. Their word meant something. They had receipts for every little thing. They followed along with it, right? You got a receipt for everything Brittany J does, but nowadays you just talk with no receipts. Just talk with no receipts, and you're out here just issuing retractions all over the place. So lie number one. All right.
She was on Queen's panel all the time. See, the reason I didn't like Joneson off the jump was because what I understood was happening was Queen was addressing Dolly and all the shit he was doing in the Quentin Simon case. I didn't find it very entertaining that Joneson seemed to be playing both sides of the fence between Queen and Dolly. She would sit with Queen as Queen addressed Dolly, but then she'd go running into Dolly's chat. That was weird to me. I never gave a shit. Just watched from a distance.
Oh, hold on.
And
Wait.
then she threatened. Now, I didn't.
We got to pull that up. Hold on. Wait just 1 minute. Because, again, when you speak on things that you know nothing about, it really doesn't look good. Like speaking, I know from experience because I recently did it, but speaking, when you have no context and you don't know what the hell's going on, it don't look too great for you. It really doesn't. So we're going to go on back here. Let me share this stream. Let's just share this tab instead. Okay. So this is a stream from, hold on, 2 years ago, April 26, 2023. Okay. If you were around during that time or in that arena during that time, you would have heard this stream before, I'm sure. Okay. No, IBL, IBL, it is not. But I will say again, I strongly disagree with it. I have for a very long time since it was actually done. So I'm going to put that out there. But I will say, if an adult is responsible or adult plays a part in something, even if a minor is involved, that report specifically for that adult, because the police report is, even though the context is a minor, the adult can't. So that's what it is. You cannot actually FOIA a minor. Their information is protected. So you can't FOIA a minor specifically, but you can FOIA the adult in that situation. And that's what was done. Wrong as fuck, but that was what was done. So to answer your question. Okay. All right. So here we go. So this is Joneson. This is Joneson and people from the community, a bunch of different people. Okay. And those people are confronting Joneson because Joneson has a strong stance for what she used to call building bridges. All right. Here we go.
bad act as a tragedy pimp, because then it means if you put everything as a meaning under tragedy pimp, then tragedy pimp means nothing.
Gets
Just like when
diluted.
it gets diluted.
Yes.
So that's
Yeah,
what
it
it
Yes.
takes
means.
away big time. You're right there. Mm-hmm.
So he could be in like
Uh,
several categories. When he does this, he's a tragedy pimp. When he does this, he's like sliding into somebody's DMs pimp. You know, or when he does
Look,
this,
look at this. He said he knew
Hats.
what was going on and was going to let it happen like a balloon in the wind. Shit.
Mm.
That's what he told Beachy.
Wow. See,
Mm.
I mean,
And
Yeah.
also, this is to Laura because she's listening. I know what an Amber Alert is.
How do you know?
Because,
Oh, you
like,
know.
I heard her mention my name.
What?
She's
What?
like, you don't know what an B. Tim doesn't know what an Amber Alert, man.
Oh,
It's
gosh.
because I didn't
Ma'am.
hear the woman clearly while in the live. I know what
oh,
an
the
Amber
what
Alert.
she said. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Tragedy
remember that.
toy boy. Yeah.
I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Oh, who says that?
Tragedy
Last
toy
week.
boy.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. No pun
I
The
intended.
only
like
thing he
that.
didn't know about was Felicia.
And see, that's
And
the
that's
thing, though.
irrelevant.
Beachy
With-
added the balloon part, by the way. She just wants to say that, but the rest
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, I knew.
We
She
figured that.
but I don't want y'all to get me wrong when I say I do think there is some sort of redeemable quality there. I still think he's a piece of shit. He still does shitty things. Me saying that I think that there's some, it would need to be accountability.
Yeah.
I think.
That's all it
but
would
it's-
take.
You're
You
saying
could-
redeemable quality.
Yeah, I
but
think it's.
I think it's just a quality you see, like
A
either it's
good
his
quality.
humor or
A good quality.
way
He
he
does still
speaks.
have a good quality.
He has
yeah.
a
Nailed it.
likability to him.
Nailed it,
Even
Granny.
when he does this crazy shit, there's still a
Yeah.
likability, I think, to him.
But
that-
think of it this way: if that's the case, am I like
Is that even
You
a
know-
quality?
all these women fall for it?
I mean, it's like
Right?
actors in Hollywood. Like they do crazy ass, they do things, but nobody knows about it because they have like PR, like publicists and stuff. But they're like, some do crazy ass shit. Sometimes you find out about it, and it's the same kind of thing. Like he's like a B, C level like celebrity on YouTube, Dolly. You know what I mean? And it's the same kind of like
Gee.
people wanting to like throw their sorry, Willow's barking, throw themselves at him, and that's like what it is with the money.
That's what
and
I'm
stuff.
saying. So is there something about him that makes women feel like that? Because I feel like there's some good in him.
He's an
B10
entertainer,
feels
though.
like there's zero good in him. So you know what I'm saying? Is it
I
Like-
think you just see some of the funny stuff that he says, and you just wish he could only be that person. But you
I
know
do,
that's
yeah.
possible.
Yeah, but there's
it
more
is
to him.
impossible, but you know what? Recently I was trying to get it there. I was trying to make him see the light. I was trying to discuss things. And like if you do something good, applaud it. If you do something shitty, expect a response. He doesn't want to fix it or change it or
You know what he reminds me
do
of?
better.
He reminds me.
So let me get this straight. The community should be open and willing to have the conversation and accept Clue after what she's done and taking no accountability, right? My thing was that's what Jones, and again, if you ever watched back then, you would have known that she was attempting to build a bridge. She was attempting to be kind to him and show him that what he was doing was wrong. Now, did it work? Fuck no. Is he still the similar person? Yes. But he has admitted how far he went in the past. He wouldn't go that far again. Is he still disgusting and shitty? Absolutely. Hey, Indy. But 100%, it was very well known. It wasn't a secret that she was going to Dolly's. It wasn't like you made it sound like she was over in Queens, like, hey, Queen, like you, fuck Dolly. And then she's over in Dolly's like, hey, Dolly, like you, fuck Queen. No, that's not what was happening. It was very well known that she'd be in two spaces. And Johnson, if you're still here, can you drop this stream? Go watch it for yourselves. You'll see the community is telling her, we cannot accept him. We cannot give him a second chance. He gets no second chance. Fuck your bridges. Burn them all down. Like they went hard for Jones in that night because they did not want her to be open to having conversations. They didn't want her to be able to build that bridge or attempt to show where something was wrong and give credit when credit was due.
I didn't have to use her address. I didn't have to use anything. except, hey, can I get the call logs between this date and this date? I got them today. I'll tell you what's not on there.
I got him today, and I'll tell you what's not on there. Again, we can play semantics over and over again. Actually, don't give a fuck. Because guess whose responsibility it was to take care of the video of the twerking children? BJ's. It was BJ's responsibility, not Queen's. But now knowing the full story, it makes sense that she would ask while she was doing and handling other things, hey, what do I do with this? And again, I don't even fucking care at this point if she did or didn't. They were looking for a gotcha moment. This is somebody that used to call Queen her friend. I want you to really take that to heart. Somebody who used to sit there, that Queen would have open discussions with. I've not talked to Queen about her family like this. This is somebody that sat beside her. Sat there when the Eileen stuff happened. Sat there when this happened with the video. And there was no issues with it at the time that they were all friends. And only
Again, that's a lie too. Now, Queen Bee has removed that particular video, so I was not able to find that. But if you go into that chat, these same people, Joneson specifically, that you claim was just sitting by and co-signing it, Johnson is raging the hell out in that chat about how wrong all of it was. And not just Cotton Candy Boobs, Voices, Frank. She was calling out BJ at that point in time. But again, if you would do your research, damn, that's lie number 3, and we're only 9 minutes in. This ain't going well for you. Sheesh. Okay. It's all good. Hey, Andy.
it became a problem when they fell out.
It only became a problem when
That's a call from Queen Bee. But
here's the thing. I think, again, when you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, you should probably shut the fuck up. That's just my stance on it. But let me get this straight. The reason for the fallout, and we'll get to that in a little bit because she goes on to discuss myself and Queen Bee. But the reason for the fallout wasn't just because one day we woke up and we were like, oh, fuck it, I'm out. No, that's not what happened. But okay. Let you tell it.
anyways, so that leads her into saying she's going to FOIA my address. And oh, just to top it off, my mother's address.
Did she say too much? Yeah, likely. Did she do it? No.
Oh. Listen, guys, she just threatened to do it. She didn't actually do it. Okay. So threatening to do it, that's okay. But actually doing it, not okay. All right. I mean, hey, do you? You got your lines. It's cool. Totally cool.
Not to my knowledge.
My
That's
mother's
fucked up, man.
address.
That's fucked up.
Because she knows that my mom is a victim.
And just like you knew as
Go
a
ahead.
friend what her family situation.
Of
Hold
from
on.
abuse.
Wait, I gotta rewind that.
As a friend, what her family situation.
From abuse.
So just like you knew as her friend about her family situation. So again, Nonsense doesn't know what the hell she's talking about, right? But she's just like, Queen said it. Let me run with it. And this really isn't about Queen. I ain't got no beef with Queen. This is about her lies. But this was too easy to debunk real quick. So let me go on over to my FYI video. And let me go to the part that talks about this part. Give me a second. Un momento, por favor. So this is a receipt from the FOIA request that what's her name? Crime Sleuthin. Don't say her name, you know. Too much, you know. But this is a receipt that she received when she FOIA'd the FOIA. It says there was a request made on November 6, 2024 for the following information. Any police report made on January 23rd through 26th of 2023, made by Rebecca Turner, possibly a report made on an inappropriate video of a child being sent to her via phone. The report is attached. Okay. Now help me understand. It's a little bit I don't know what we're talking about. But it's a little bit confusing. So Joneson knew, because Queen was her friend, that this incident had happened on January 22nd of 2023. All right, cool. And she knew that because they were friends with each other. Yet she filed a request to get this report for the thing that happened on January 22nd. But she filed a request on January 23rd to 26th. If she wanted that date and she knew that that date had happened, why wouldn't she request that date? Didn't she run the chance of not getting it on the 20th if she was requesting the 23rd? Because she knew that it was on the 22nd, right? So she would have requested the 22nd. You keep running with this narrative. Where's the receipts, ma'am? You used to be all about the facts and receipts. And ain't got none of them. What's that? I need the chat to keep up. Maybe what's that? Lie number 4 or 5? Are we at 4 or 5? I can't remember. We'll go with 4. We'll just give you credit. We'll go with 4. So anyone that cried to me last night, I don't have time for this, kiddo. Get your okay. I don't know what you're talking about, Shadow. We're gonna you have a great day. Because I don't know what you're talking about, and I don't fuck with no kids. So have a great night.
Dude, I was wondering. I saw the FOIA thing on your community post. And I was like, who the hell are we FOIAing? And I didn't know anything about that. Like, absolutely. I'd heard about the I did not know the child was naked. Because even I made a comment the other day that, look, man, and I said this to somebody just the other day, that if you were going to, you know, look, let's face it, man, this community gets cesspool at times. It is more than it's not.
Sure does, Willow.
Most of the time. If you're going to go to war with somebody and you've got skeletons in the closet and shit floating around on this internet, you might better go and cover that up. Like, if you know you're fixing to get into it with somebody that has a history of sending people to people's houses, doing some real life shit.
Oh, wait. That brings another point. So when Queen and Savage fell out, that's directly where Joneson went to, was Savage, who...
Oh, nonsense. You silly, silly girl. Joneson was cool with Savage while Savage was cool with Queen. Savage was still cool with Queen after Joneson and Queen fell out. Savage maintained a coolness on the internet with Queen and Joneson. She was able to separate the two. They were cool for forever. It had nothing to do. You can find her in those chats prior to. Oh goodness. I think that's number 5 for you. Hi.
Who, in my experience, showed up at somebody's house.
Absolutely, she did.
Not mine. But that's what I knew of her. So once again, ran directly to the person. Okay, all right.
If you think you're fixing to end up locked in with somebody like that and you've got anything on this platform that nobody's found yet, you better go find that shit.
And by the way, if anybody's paid attention to Aileen, she does what she wants and goes where she wants. Ain't nobody controlling her.
Delete that shit right now. Hide it. Get rid of it. Whatever you got.
I would say that for 99% of the people here, nobody controls anybody. I don't control anybody. She doesn't control anybody. You don't control anybody. We don't control anybody. Nobody has control over another human on the internet. We all do our own thing and we're all good. Okay?
Well, it's like I told her on my life.
And again, these people knew. They were all friends at that point in time.
Like, hello, bitch. I didn't FOIA them kicking in your door when they busted your ass. I didn't FOIA that. I didn't FOIA any single person. I FOIA'd the sheriff's department.
Oh
their call logs.
And there's no call at all.
No.
There's no call at all. No. Listen to this next statement.
Oh my
Not
God.
that kind of call.
Not that kind of call.
Yes. Because the incident that happened on January 22nd, 2023, which is not the same incident that happened on November 27, 2024, Joneson got the 2023 one, 100%. Again, I will disavow that action. That's been public for a very long time. But like, why is this confusing? Like, what in the tinfoil hat is coming on? Like, are we trying to put that on her when we have no proof or receipt? Like, I don't know what's happening there. It's very confusing to me because she's just like, do you hear it? Do you see it? What does that mean, guys? That's crazy.
Just saying.
Just saying, huh?
Oh shit. So it could possibly be worse. Is that what we're saying?
Not worse, equally bad.
This is YouTube. It can always get worse.
Oh.
But it explains. But what I did find, it does explain why she's so upset. that I was FOIAing those
Oh.
dates.
I'm like,
I can't imagine this one having to deal with some of the things that other creators have actually had happen to them.
damn for this. When you let this
I'm gonna ignore that. That's her talking shit. Let me ignore it. I can't be petty. She has a right to talk shit. Let me just be quiet there.
out the bag, because I am
You get fucking 5 community posts if you misspeak and says she agrees with Craig's rhetoric. Nah, I took that back. She don't agree with Craig's. She's got
5 community posts. Stop it. You listen, the self-importance is strong. I don't know this person. This is not the person I know. Just like she says, I'm not the person she knew. She is not the person. I did not see the self-importance that she has. Like 5 community posts, that's a bit excessive. I think she made one and a video to clear up what her stance was. But you know, hey, maybe it is 5. Fuck if I know. I don't know. I do know Joseph's been through some things though, so there's that.
got her own fucking fucked up, weird belief systems. I don't give a fuck.
fucking there for it.
I don't plan on letting it out of the bag.
You want me to?
I don't plan on letting it out of the bag.
I am Ital. I don't give a fuck.
No, you're not. And we all know who is.
No. I don't want to do that because that's not what I was looking for. I was wanting to know because a decent person would have, like, if they got this video, right? And they were like, oh my God, this woman's showing this all over YouTube. I got her to send it to me. Hey, what should I do about this? A good person would call law enforcement and be like,
a good person, right? What about a good mother? Wouldn't a good mother have called and reported it themselves? Wouldn't a good mother have handled it themselves? No, let me tell you about what a good fucking mother did, BJ. So not only did she not handle that situation.
Hold on. First of all, look at how mad she gets. A good mother would have, like, she is spewing, like she's foaming at the mouth. It's crazy. I don't know where this anger is coming from. Again, maybe she's super frustrated. She has every right to discuss it. Just don't lie. You know, that's my only thing. Don't tell lies. The truth stands on its own. And when you have to lie about the truth and make shit up, you're losing the argument. Like, that's just how it works. But it is interesting to me how instantly, like, she just was like, it's a shit like, a good mother, BJ. Like, God, dog, that lady, boy, oh boy.
But lo and behold, just months later, another account is created. Well, guess what? BJ is now very well aware of that account. What account it is, because she was lying. That whole concocted story, I don't know if there's another account that those boys have. It's not my fucking concern.
I don't
But
care
BJ can no longer say that.
Why does anybody care what accounts BJ's kids have? They're her motherfucking kids. They're her kids. It's none of our business. If every single one of my kids had a YouTube and they were under 13, that's none of your business. It's my job as their parent, and it's my situation with YouTube. Just because you think it's harmful does not mean that you get to tell me how to parent my kids. Now, don't get me wrong. My kids weren't like that. But I'm just saying, like, what in the self-importance, what in the savior complex is happening here? That it's like, I must save your children, BJ, because you won't take care of them, BJ. Like, my God. Like, whoa, woo saw. Woo, say it with me. Woo saw. It's like, it just, well, Captain Obvious, she gets into it, but she lied on her a lot. And apparently a troll came into, well, no, I do know a troll came into BJ's chat and said that Nonsense's man was a predator, which was a complete fucking lie. And that was the end of that. She had to call the police because a troll had done that. She called the police. She called Brittany's police department because a troll had said those terrible things about the. I don't know. It's just, whew. Okay.
That she doesn't have a clue, because I contacted Mal and had Mal reach out to her directly with the link.
Because why would BJ not accept Mal's? Wait. You know what's interesting to me is, well, let me go back. First of all, I do want to make a point. So nobody gave a fuck that it was BJ's responsibility. Everybody said it was BJ's responsibility first and foremost. She should have filed a police report back then on every single person who recorded it, who passed it around, who accepted it, any of that shit. Everybody has said that. I think you missed that memo too, but that's okay. We're going to give you a pass because you say you don't watch everything. You only got time to watch Brittany. So I understand that completely. She does long streams and that takes you some time.
Link to the channel that I stumbled upon a year ago when I thought it was BJ fucking having alts out here. Never said anything to anybody, didn't show it to anybody, didn't nothing. But yesterday, we made sure that BJ, because that account's still sitting there, she didn't handle it. It's been there since 2023, of June of 2023. There's not 4 videos on it. And you know what?
Not her
BJ
tracking the account.
got a receipt, or Mal got a red receipt. She knows it. She knows it exists. Do you think she removed it? Nope, sure hasn't. Sure, she's trying to figure out a way that she can spin and
We've been checking it every hour on the hour since she got the red receipt, and it's not gone. Why is the channel not gone, BJ? You got the message. We see you got the message. We got the read receipt. You haven't removed it. What is going on? My God. Wow. It's crazy to me. I have no words for that part. Let me be quiet and not be petty. Go ahead.
twist that around, huh? But she's been notified. Again, I don't give a shit. Let them, if she wants them to have channels, that's not my business, but you ain't gonna sit here and tell everybody that we've been stalking and harassing while you refuse to do anything to protect your children.
You're not gonna sit around and tell everybody that who is we? Who is we? I don't, the other night is the first night that I watched BJ. I think it was like 2 nights ago. It was Monday night. But like, who is we? That we are stalking your children. Okay. All right. Again, maybe she did. Love you too, friend. I hope you're getting some rest. Go lay down. Okay. I'm not familiar with all the history, but that is a lot of emotion for someone not bowing down and removing their child's YouTube account. Yeah, it is a lot of emotion. It is. There's a lot of emotion in this stream. We get a little bit of tears. We have a little bit of yelling. We get a lot of emotions. I don't think I got any belly laughs from this stream. Not on her end, so I don't know.
And the responsibility should have fallen on BJ, not Queen.
What do I do? But we all know she's not a good person. So,
but you are. You're a great person, right? This was somebody you at one time sat beside and called a friend.
that sounds right.
The decision is grift.
And you went ahead and released that FOIA to Center and others, it sounds like.
And you went ahead and released. Well, she's already admitted to that. And so prior to today, I know she made a community post today, but she definitely did a video quite a while ago. Like, you're really late to the party. I'm not sure what's happening. You may have been really busy with drama, but that was already discussed. Okay. Now, could it continue to be discussed every day? Absolutely. No problem. But I just want to dial it back. As a person who prides themselves on having facts and receipts and being so truthful, I'm going to go with that as lie number 6 from you. Because that one, she never FOIA'd, she never had, and she absolutely can't pass something that she didn't have. So, good luck. Okay. Yeah, India, I agree with that. I can respect that. And allow it. No, Julia, let me get that. I want to be fair, right? I want to make sure that it's very aware, that you're very aware. I 1000% agree with you that allowing the panel to continue that information, allowing somebody to continue saying those things 100%, like 1000%, I agree with you. It is wrong. My husband was called, it was alleged that my husband beats me, right? He's no women abuser. He's never put a hand on me. But you don't see me out here spewing all of this. You know, like, it's just, you got to admit, Julia, it's just a little bit, especially because that happened. I'm gonna go with that happened a little, I'm gonna say maybe 6 months ago, like somewhere in between 4 to 6 months ago. We have to have calmed down by now. You know what I mean? Like, I totally get it. I 100% get it. I don't disagree with you. Of course, you'd get upset about those things 100%. I personally did not call the police because somebody accused my husband of beating me. Like that wasn't my, like, that's just not me, you know?
Sounds like a bunch of people got emails with that. So you weren't going to release it.
Yeah. A lot of creators in this community. I want to say 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to say 4 of them at one point in time, maybe 5. 4 or 5 of them did say on their live streams that they got an email with the attachment for that particular police report from November of 2024. 100% they did. That, I mean, again, public information. So
Seems to me you weaponized others to do so, to take up your fight.
oh,
Did she
seems to
embarrass
me.
you?
Did she embarrass you? What is the embarrassment? What is there to be? I mean, trust and believe. Johnson makes so many fucking mistakes of letting her emotions get the best of her. She embarrasses herself. She don't need nobody else to embarrass her. And that's my friend, and I like her. But she knows how she acts out here on this internet too. I don't understand that part.
What was so bad about your guys' fallout to do that?
Or be a good person. What do you think's gonna happen?
What was so bad about that fallout to make you guys do that? First of all, I know it's going to be hard to believe, right? But there's such a thing called parasocial relationships, and I learned it from my friendship with Queen Bee at that point in time, right? I learned how connected you think that you get to a person, and you connect with who you think that they are instead of being realistic about who they actually are. That was me personally. So when that person turns out to not be the person that I think that they are, for example, they went real life, they lied about going real life, and then they tell me that they would do it again. And if my hard line is my personal boundary is I don't fuck with real lifers, right? Not that say they're going to do it again, right? That stand on it, 10 toes down, double down on it, right? That's my hard line. So I walk away. Okay, cool. I walk away from it. That's it. Dust my hands off and keep it moving. Because if you're telling me you're going to do it again, that means I have to stand here and be okay with that. I've got to now co-sign that behavior if I stand next to you and I don't fuck with it, right? And lo and behold, here we are. What was that? That was like September 2023. So we're almost 2 years later. Nonsense. Has she gone real life over the last 2 years? I'm feeling like I made the right decision in that space for myself. But did it hurt that parasocial relationship, that this person I believed was a good person through and through, turned out to be a shit, vile, foul person? Did that hurt at that time? 100%. 1000%. Did I do a lot of fucking things or reactions out of those hurt feelings? 100%. I wouldn't deny that to anybody. So just to answer your question, because that one's not a lie, but that was a question.
Oh my.
Exactly.
Oh my. See, that's another thing about the true crime community, man. It's a matter of time. People will FOIA your ass too. If you caught lying, I mean, people gonna look eventually. I mean,
Listen, I told her, FOIA my ass. I ain't got nothing going on over here. We are the most boring, basic bitch ass couple you will meet.
Let's go back to the never have I ever. I just wanted to start off there though, because seems a lot has gotten lost in translation.
A loss got girl. I don't know what she just translated. Literally, she is telling me that she just spoke English when she just spoke fluent another language. She just translated. So her whole point of all of that was to show you that the reason why Sinner is talking about the incident with Queen Bee and her, the incident with Queen Bee, let me say that. The incident with Queen Bee, right? The reason why Sinner is talking about that is because let me show you this video so you can see. Some of it must have got lost in translation. Boy, now that is not a lie. The lie detector determined that is not a lie. That's the truth. Some of it did get lost in translation, girlfriend. And again, if you would have done a little bit of research, again, pause your day from having to track down Brittany J all day, you would have been okay. Oh boy, I can't. She knows why you walked away. It's the same reason she told multiple mods and friends she wanted to walk away. Ask yourself why she didn't. Facts, deets. Lots of times she had said she wanted to walk away and she chose not to. And that's her choice. I don't care. I am, again, I'm going to repeat, to this day, I am friends with some people off of, I am cool with some people. I do need to be careful with the word friends, but I am cool with some people off of this platform that are currently cool and in with Queen Bee. It makes me no difference. I don't, well, anyways, we're going to get to that though, because that narrative we'll get to.
Seems like there's a lot of fuck shit that's gotten lost in translation.
A lot of fuck shit. She just showed you that fuck shit, that future
What
fuck
else have you guys never done?
Never have I ever been married to someone who was accused of.
Make sure you don't say the word.
Bum, bum, bum. No, I know. Stop it there.
Never
Stop it there.
have
Stop
I
it there.
ever-
Have you ever been married? And again, you know how many people you're shaming by saying such ignorant shit like that? You know how many people, unfortunately, don't realize that they're married to monsters?
So I decided, because I strongly agree with this, and I felt like abso-fucking-lutely. So I decided to go out and pull it. So the marital status of sexual offenders. Number one, general sexual offenders. One study of 270 sex offenders found that 40.7% were married at the time of their offense, with 59.3% unmarried. Number two, rapists. Violent sexual assault offenders. According to the U.S. Department of Justice's 1997 study, I'm sure it's changed by now, about 22% of rapists in prison reported that they were married. Number three, child sexual predators. Specifically, the Abel and Harlow Child Molestation Prevention Study indicated that approximately 77% of child molesters were either currently married or had been married in the past. 77% of women have been in a relationship, have been married to a person, and it turns out that they're a fucking terrible ass, ugly, disgusting, evil, vile person. That's a lot of fucking people. 77% of the time. Shut the fuck up about Clue's ex-husband. All of you. It's fucking disgusting. It's so disgusting. Not only that, it is exploiting her fucking daughter. I don't care how old she is. It's wrong. It's wrong.
Fucking, oh, good for you, right?
Never have I ever called,
Stuff about the lawyer too.
called CPS on a mom or a dad just because I didn't like them. I never called CPS on anyone. Period.
I called CPS on myself to get resources for my
Same
children.
as
Again, you wouldn't know about that life, would you, BJ? Haven't called them on anybody else.
Next.
Never have I ever pretended to be a single mother and a damsel in distress with legal problems. Never have I ever done that.
Well, it's not pretending to be a single mother since you've been putting her business out all over the internet, huh? And again, her relationship status is none of our fucking business. She ain't pretending.
Amber, I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that at all. And like I said, the only reason why, I don't lie about me. We haven't got to the lies yet, but don't lie about me, and I don't have shit to say about you. Like it's all good, but here we are. So far, to be clear, just for those watching or hate watching, I've only cleared up some lies about Johnson thus far. I do understand that, and provided a little bit of statistics for people in the community to actually see what the statistics of this are, so that those of you participating in Brittany's chat, Craig, Brittany, anybody else who is participating and continuing to throw that out, you need to know that 77% of women or spouses, let me say that, spouses have dealt with that. You're not just shaming her. As much of a flex as it is to go at her with it, nah, you look stupid. Okay.
About legal situations. The very fucking people that defended why Queen needed a lawsuit or a lawyer to defend herself in this lawsuit against Betty are the very people who are now having others pocket watch Queen, such as Shady, Sinner, and others.
So the very people who supported Queen in her lawsuit Those very people are now having other people such as Shady. I cannot make anybody, I do not tell anybody what content to make, how to do their content, unless what you're talking about is somewhere where like there's a new creator that's trying to start up a page for themselves and they want me to watch a video and see how it went, or they're trying to get started and they don't know how to maybe operate their studio, like, and I don't even know that much about it, so like I'm pretty limited, right? But outside of that, I don't tell anybody what I don't tell anybody what. That's first off. Second of all, where's the receipts for the support? That's just my question. But we'll let that one pass with the okay. Sure. So let me tell you, I want to be clear. ClipHub, you are welcome here. I understand that you have a difference of opinion than Joneson. Joneson has her opinion of what her beliefs are. Please respect that. I understand what you're saying, but like you got to stop. Please, I'm asking you to be respectful here in the chat. I understand that you don't agree and you're maybe attempting to educate her. I get that, but she has her beliefs and that's her beliefs. And like I'm a huge person of like what somebody believes in, they have every right to believe in. Is it just because I don't believe in it doesn't mean that they can't believe in it. It's no different than, you know, racist comments, homophobic comments, if they believe in that, that's on them. It doesn't affect me or my heart. That's between them and their God or their deity or their spirits or whatever they believe in. All right.
But those are the very people who, when this first started, came to all of us and said, this is what's going on. They defended it over and over. Even if we had questions about, well, is it really the best situation?
For the record, I don't know who these people are because we were going to name names and everybody's feelings are going to be hurt. However, we still haven't named a name. Okay, we haven't named a name yet, other than Jones in one spot. But we haven't named a name. And okay, thank you, ClipHub. I respect it. Thank you. So the funny thing about it is, I'm just speaking for myself. And she don't fuck with Joneson. She already told you that, and Deeds. So for me, we never had a conversation of nonsense. You need to know, hey, is the law fund, like, is the law, whatever, the law fund legit? Is the lawsuit legit? Like, no. Conversations here in public on YouTube that were had, sure, maybe. But outside of that, never happened. But okay. I do have a horse named Clyde. Absolutely.
I didn't know all the fucking ins and outs. They defended it, promoted it, everything. Until what?
Skirt. Willow, Joneson, Dietz, Nunya. Never dropped that link. Never, not once in our chat. Never, not once on our community post. Never, not once ever. It was never promoted by us. Again, that's lie number 7 at this point. Oh my land. Did anybody want to guess how many we're going to get to by the end of this? Just take some guesses in the chat. We'll keep going.
Until it wasn't convenient for them anymore.
Yeah, it got really.
You know, I said the other day that I can't imagine being in the low-cow community where they intentionally exploit people with mental illness or addiction.
I can't imagine being in the low-cow community where they intentionally exploit people with mental illnesses and addiction. You can tell that nonsense. I don't even watch the shit, right? I just get to hear about it because all of my friends everywhere I go are into it, right? But so nonsense just diagnosed everybody. Like, she doesn't get everybody in local got a mental illness. Why? Because they participate in it? Because they're willing to participate in it and do crazy shit for laughs and money? What do you call it? What what diagnosis of mental illness are you giving them? Nonsense. I'm just asking for a friend. Because you don't even know them and you claim you don't watch them, yet you have deemed them. Okay. Okay. And these are the same people, she said, these are the same people that are over there in the locale community. The only creator-wise, the only people I have seen over in or heard about being over in the locale community, creator-wise, has been Granny's Watching, Jonesin, Dietz, AMAC, Clue was over there. I don't know if she goes there often, but I heard her tell a story that she goes over there on that panel that day. And Willow goes over there, I think, every now and then. But like those are the only creators. So which one of those creators? Okay. But it gets worse. Gets worse. AMAC, prep yourself because the locale shit is coming. You just wait.
Unfortunately, we overlap with that same group of people that do the exact same thing for their dirty work so their hands don't get clean.
Wait, we gotta slow that down. Oh, I swear. Hold on. We gotta slow that down. What'd she just say? Hold on.
Unfortunately, we overlap with that same group of people that do the exact same thing for their dirty work so their hands don't get clean.
Unfortunately, it overlaps with the same group of people. Girl, she couldn't even talk straight. She was that angry. Unfortunately, it's those same group of people that overlap with the locale community that do dirty stuff so they can't keep their hands clean or some shit like that. But if your hands stay clean, no, it's your hands do stay clean, not that they don't get clean. But who? Who? You didn't say a name here. You keep not putting names on it, but you told us in the beginning you were going to put names on it. But who did that? So again, we just made the list of who's over there. So it's Willow, Jones, and Dietz, Granny's Watching, AMAC, and Clue. So one of you all overlaps with over here. We got that. Check. Exploits the people in the locale community. Okay. Check. And then, yeah, Tess, it is. 100% it is. Okay. I see somebody ask, how long is this live stream? This live stream is 4 hours. We are not staying for the whole stream. I got a couple lies left to well, not a couple. It's probably more than that. But let me speed it back up because God knows. Lord knows. Here we go. Let's see if we can go 2x to help us out.
Next, anybody ever? Never have I ever. Guess again. What you got?
Never have I ever called little children, little innocent kids, bad names.
Bastards.
As Craig's in the background calling them bastards. Oh, I'm sure you've never called your children bad names. Again, I've never called your children bad names. I've always said that kids don't get to pick their parents.
But she may not be talking to you. She may be talking about your buddy Clue. You know, that one, the apologist one you had to deal with your conscience about. She's talking about Clue because we all heard Clue say, they ain't gonna be shit, they ain't shit, and they ain't ever gonna be shit. We heard it. That's what she's talking about. I know, again, when you are consumed with Britney content, you tend to miss what happens out there. But just to let you know, that's what was said. Yeah, fuck sticks. That's another one. I didn't think about that one. That's a good one too.
Yep. Never have I ever shown like family portraits and pictures of anyone else's fellow peer content creators' families ever. Never have I ever shown anyone's stuff.
Oh, you haven't shown anyone's stuff? Oh, okay, sure. We all know that's a lie. Secondly, BJ agreeing with that. Bitch, sit the fuck down because I distinctly remember you showing family members of Chris and Katie Proudfoot's information. I remember when you were trying to dig into Clue to link him or her ex to Chris Proudfoot. Remember Nina? Remember watching Nina's Facebook page, BJ? Never have. Not only that, do you remember when you were accidentally scrolling?
She got a whole time like, do you remember when you did this and then you did this and then you did this and then you did this? Do you remember? Do you remember? Do you remember the time? There you go, TP. When we fell in love, do you remember the time when I started covering you? Sheesh. Okay.
And you scrolled to in the mysterious disappearance of Sebastian Rogers community. Do you remember when you intentionally fucking scrolled to the docs
Just
Queen
one
and
time.
let it sit there for 20 fucking minutes? Because I sure as fuck do. I'm not gonna redox Queen. She's already got enough going on. But those clips fucking exist of you doing that.
If I ever pulled up a content creator's home and photos of their family and showed their property and their addresses.
No, you're a chicken shit bitch who used CJ
Who
crime
I
concept
feel.
to show what he was showing to redox Granny and her father because he showed what Nick was posting on X to redox Granny. Well, you were trying to bait Granny for a fucking reaction, and then she turned around and showed your motherfucking bitch.
Because you did this, and then you did this, and then you did this, and we just showed that you were a motherfucking bitch. Oh my God. Nothing says you need to log the hell off like this level of emotion. Nothing at all says like, I need a whole little video that is like, say it with me now. Woo saw. Woo saw.
See, you like to do these things to try to keep your fucking hands clean while associating with every single scumbag on this fucking app.
I don't disagree.
You also have sat there beside the very people who have.
I don't disagree with that, but I also feel like she's kind of doing a little projection there. She hangs out with scumbags too, so that's a little bit. That's a little hard, but I don't disagree with her about Brittany J. There,
fucking website dedicated to Clue.
Gross, disgusting.
Amen.
I mean, we probably keep going.
And I've shown the entire timeline of how that went. If you are interested, you can go watch exactly the dates, the times, and how it all went down.
But listen, guys, don't watch too closely. Ignore the part where Clue is in that timeline fucking up shit in the same exact case. Okay? Ignore the part where Clue lied. Ignore all that shit. Okay? But if you watch it closely, you'll see all the shit Brittany J did. Okay? Just ignore the part about Clue. We don't need to pay attention to those pesky details.
Have I ever smoked a caviar blunt on a live stream?
Probably because you're a fucking broke ass little bitch T-roll.
Brittany, check your
Hold on a second.
You're not smoking $35
I'm not smoking a $35 blunt.
Marijuana is legal in many states and it's a medical use in many states. So, oh, you're so fucking cool.
No, I shared with T-Roll.
At one time, I know people that used to celebrate recovery, and if they went from a hard substance to marijuana, that was celebrated.
This shit. At one time, I used to know somebody. I used to know people, or what'd she say? I used to know somebody, or I used to know people. Hold on.
Oh, you're so fucking cool.
No, I shared with T-Roll.
At one time, I know people that used to celebrate recovery, and if they went from a hard.
Let me tell you this. So these are, in my opinion, the passive aggressive comments. Okay. So some of these are passive aggressive. Some of them are very out there, right, Nanya? That's what she said a lot last night. Right, Nanya? Nanya, that's you. Okay. All right. Calm down, lady. Anyways, but these are the passive aggressive comments. Let me make it very clear. My stance has not changed in 3 years. You go pull up a live stream of me making fun of or talking about how much weed Queen smokes. We could have a different conversation. But you won't find one because I don't give a fuck how much she smokes. I don't give a fuck how much anybody drinks. I don't give a fuck why somebody falls out. Now, I can definitely find you having lots of conversations about somebody falling out on their stream. I could find receipt after receipt after receipt after receipt. So I have not changed. Somebody asked me yesterday, why was I not willing to respond to what Sinner said about me yesterday? The reason why is because it's very obvious that he needs to get help. That's my opinion, right? I will not be somebody who continues to add onto the dog pile on anybody for anybody's sake. Can you say the same nonsense? Because you used to stand against a lot of things that you don't even fuck with no more. Me personally, I ain't changed shit about that. I absolutely, positively celebrate recovery. You can ask anybody, any stream that there has ever been where people are actively discussing addiction, alcoholism, sex addiction, food addiction, any type of addiction. If I am present and somebody starts bashing that person for it, at the time, if I'm still, odds are now I'm not even around any of that shit. But at the time, when I was still cool with most of these creators and they were doing that shit, absolutely it got called the fuck out. Hey, there's no need to do that. Why do we need to insinuate that this gal is on drugs? Why do we need to insinuate that that guy is on drugs? Why do we need to do that? There is no need for it. But again, I'm going to point out, you cannot say that you have not. Because you've been all up in her medical bills. Just saying.
Substance to marijuana that was celebrated.
Investigates that I got a $35 ounce. And I was like, look at this $35 ounce of weed. Like, I don't need a fucking blunt.
Never have we ever had a YouTube trip to Las Vegas
Never have we ever had a YouTube trip to Las Vegas.
and we all filmed
Let's
together.
go over
all
this
together with
part.
some-
This
some
part
inner
is
group.
them making digs at her and Kyle going to Vegas. Nobody cares.
OnlyFans shit. Is that what you're putting up with comments that you guys? I'll check in just a second. Let me get through this. This one's gonna be a rough one tonight. Buckle
The weed really ain't that special. You can go on the app and find discounts all the time. For discounts and get shit way cheap.
Ooh, oh my God, you are so fucking on it. I live in fucking Arizona. There's discounts on all sorts of shit. It's fucking amazing. And your point is,
Dude, wait.
I'm traveling that way.
Bitches bragging about smoking $35 blunts. Well, you can smoke that $35 for a week.
So,
Who? I don't know a few other things that I've never done.
got an email. UA Crimson Tide.
All right. You want to know a few other things that I've never done? I've never created a channel after storing video upon video upon video of somebody that I once called a friend to target and weaponize them after we fell out.
Again, where's the receipts for that? Somebody has gone to you and they've told you some absolute lies, which we're going to clear up. They've told you some lies and you're just out here like, why are you letting people make you look dumb? You never would have just ran with things before because somebody told you. I don't know who it is. I have no clue. I got some suspicions, but I have no clue who it actually is. But I guarantee you there is not one server I have ever been in that created a specific channel, a specific place for people to go out and download Queen Bee or Nonsense's streams and drop them in there for ITAL. Never happened. Again, just let's just throw the accusations at the wall and see what sticks. So that's lie number 9 now. We're up to 9, girl. It ain't looking so good. But maybe if you're lucky, we'll hit 18.
Never had an entire Discord room dedicated to storing videos of somebody that I was looking in the face and calling a friend, meanwhile behind their back, collecting to start a fucking channel to try and destroy them. Have I agreed with everything Queen has done and said? Absolutely not. Does Queen know that? Absolutely.
Have you ever disagreed publicly with what she says or done? No, but okay. That's your choice. Do you want to stand next to it? Go ahead. Do you, boo?
Have we talked about a lot? Absolutely. Does she agree with everything I do? Absolutely not. I also, one thing I've never found pleasure in is trying to destroy others' relationships because I'm such a miserable fucking cunt that I have nobody in my life. So I betray every fucking person that comes into my world.
You know what else I haven't done? I've never been a miserable, lonely cunt. My God. I've never been miserable, lonely cunt. Oh. Okay. I don't know if that was about me, but I do assure you I am not miserable and I am not lonely. I just want you to know that. Now, I don't know if that was about me or if that was about somebody else. I don't really know. But you insinuate that like it's our friendship and these friends who did you so wrong, yada, 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 whatever. And you were never friends with them. So this is how I'm jumping to this conclusion. Now, maybe this shit isn't about me and I'm over here on a whole, what's that lady's name? I guess you think this song is about you, don't you? Maybe that's what it is. It's possible. I'm just saying. I'm not on here every day bashing the fuck out of a lady all day, every day. You spend hours in chats all day long bashing her, and then you go live and you bash her. That's a lot of energy that you're putting. Like, you are not only, you are taking all of the energy from those chats and putting it within yourself. And then you go on your live stream and you're putting it out there all in the name of you. You make it seem as if there's this mission. There's this, I don't know. It's a self-importance thing to me, but like you're spending a lot of energy, like, and do you? I don't give a fuck. It's your content. Do what you do. Like, just like I got every right to sit here and do mine. But I guarantee you, I'm following the lies now. So now I'll be watching you on purpose just to correct your lies. Because remember, that's what we used to do. We used to be factual. We used to show receipts. We used to put out the truth. We used to have credibility. And by we, I mean you. Just to clarify that in case anybody gets confused. It's absolutely low vibration.
Then blame it on other people, that they're the ones destroying relationships, that they're the cause of fallouts. Never have done that either.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Every fucking person that comes into my world. Then blame it on other people, that they're the ones destroying relationships, that they're the cause of fallouts. Never have done.
Then blame other people, that they're the ones that destroy relationships. They're the ones that cause fallout. So let me go on ahead. Hold on. I got to get to emails. So here's mine. So here we go. This is me, Joanne. None of your business. All right. It says to Queen Bee, September 30th, 2023. Now this is me. Mind you, this is me blaming somebody else for my fallout. So I'm blaming somebody else for walking away for Queen Bee here. Okay. Hey, Queen, please remove my wrench from your page. Thank you so much for accepting me into your circle and accepting me for the annoying question asking person I am. I think we all have areas we need to grow in and everyone makes mistakes, but your lack of accountability and forced excuses and dishonesties I cannot support. I know you will understand and respect the choice. Good luck in the lawsuit, and I'm praying for the results to be positive for you and the community. All right, September 30th. Okay, let's go to the next one. She responds, I've taken accountability for the things I did and said in private message months ago while very publicly being doxxed along with my babies. I still did not ever share anyone's children or pics of their parents or houses or anything like that. It's fuck people are even believing it, shaking my head. While I knew you were on the fence, I could tell things just didn't sit right with you. And I asked if you had questions because I know you do. So when you didn't come to me, I knew you were done with the shit. I'm okay with it. I understand it. And I respect you coming to me. You may not want to be my friend. I still like you. And I still want to be your friend. So hopefully someday I'll see you around again. Okay. So this is me. This is me blaming somebody else for my fallout. Okay. Here we go. I think it's 2 months later. Let's see what the next message was. Oh, October 1st. Thank you. I know you did what you felt you had to do and can't go back and change it. I know what they did to you was terrible. It went too far on all sides. I appreciate you all taking me in and making me your friend and trusting me. That does not go unnoticed. I hope the charges against the girl and her mom stick because your family did not deserve that terror. The good Nunya. Okay, let's keep going. I forgot that I had her birthday stream on my own page as an unlisted. So I said, oh shit, let me send this to her because I feel like it was made for her. What the fuck do I need it on my page for? Let me send her the link to it so she could download it. She can have it and be done. Because that was actually from her community. So that fair is fair. I just seen this. If the link is still available, I'll download it. If not, I got a copy from my live. Hope you're doing well. I can't lie. Looking back on how shit went down, it makes me wonder, did you ever intend on being friends with me from the start? I know in my heart I did not lie to you or anyone else. And I hope when the truth does come out with the Aileen shit, and it will, excuse me, that you at least understand why this was so upsetting. Much love, QB. Okay. Hey, the link is good until November 5th and can be recreated, so no worries. First and foremost, I absolutely was and wanted to be your friend. I would not have gave a shit about the things said, seen, or done if I didn't consider myself your friend. I know that this has been hurtful and we don't understand where the other is coming from in this situation, understandably. To me, that's okay. Second, I believe in my heart of hearts that you do regret some of the things you did during that time. And while you can't go back and change it, I think you understand and know that it went too far. One of my two problems was the fact you doubled down on doing this again if the same situation arises. I'm no one to tell you how to feel, what to do, or how to feel, ever. I'm just someone who sees the amazing inside. No, listen, this was October 2023. Don't judge me, okay? Don't judge a bitch. All right. I'm just someone who sees the amazing person inside you that is so much better than the low blows. You bring amazing smiles and laughs to the community. That doesn't change at all. It's changed a little bit since then. Okay. Third, I don't need to or want the rest of the context in Aileen's messages. I don't need them to understand why you did what you did during that time. I understand you and your family were under an attack by POS people who don't give a fuck. I didn't understand you saying there were no regrets and you'd do it again. That to me meant you'd be friends with someone like Aileen again. You'd pass off private info to a real lifer person again. You'd go as low as they do. That is the problem I had. Fourth, I felt like you were being dishonest in many ways, which I can lay out from my perspective if you like. I never said you lied to me. I said I couldn't get the whole truth. In fact, you called me a fucking liar in my chat when I was being honest. But I knew you were fired up, and I didn't take that personally. I know you've been surrounded by people who have used you for clout and other things. And although it may seem like that's me, I was your friend because I like you, because I care for you, because I think you're funny as fuck. That behind the scary bear exterior is a loving, caring woman, because I think you're a great mother to your children, and that we can relate. And in that we can relate because you have created over the years a community where people feel welcome. They feel safe. Hold on. They feel safe. Where was I at? Publicly. Did I just lose it? Hold on. Get behind because okay, there we go. They feel safe, they feel wanted, they feel included. You did that. This situation may have shook people and scared them a bit, but you have the power to bring it back. I hope these paragraphs don't piss you off. Just speaking from my heart. Even if I stepped away from you or the hive, I will not speak publicly about my choices. I don't speak privately about my choices because it's no one's business and because I care about you, even if me pulling away looks like I don't. So this is what'd she say? Let me go back to what she said I did.
Done that either. But I have nobody in my life, so I betray every fucking person. I also, one thing I've never found pleasure in is trying to destroy others' relationships because I'm such a miserable fucking cunt that I have nobody in my life, so I betray every fucking person that comes into my world. Then blame it on other people, that they're the ones destroying relationships, that they're the cause of fallouts.
Blame it on other people. Blame it on other people because they're the ones who fall out. Joneson, you did too. Swore on your dad you didn't. What the hell? You were fine with the weirdos as long as you weren't his target. You can't tell me you did. Hold on, wait. What happened? Where are you at, homie, baby? You did too. I don't know what she's saying. Truth. Real life, what you admit to. But I think that's the difference. For me, Halloween baby, that is the difference, right? If back in the day, if she would have said, listen, I let my feelings get too much to me. It was overwhelming. I was pissed off. Like all these people were coming at me. I did it and I shouldn't have done it. And moving forward, I'm gonna work to never do anything like that again. I probably would have still been right there calling her ass out to her face. It would have been no different. But that's yeah. But co-signing her shit isn't like that's not making it any better. Making excuses for the behaviors, no matter who it is, right? So you could apply Queen Bee's name there. You could apply Nonsens's name there. You could apply Clue's name there. You could apply BJ's name there. You could apply like so many different people's name there, right? And the same thing applies. They keep these people around them because they will do things. So I don't know either. That's okay. They're welcome.
Never done that either. I've also never, when people have asked specifically to leave shit alone because the antis were going harder and harder and harder at my real life, more death threats, more fucking calls, more shit happening to my real world. If I would have been asked to stop engaging in that, I sure as fuck would have. I wouldn't have been in the inbox with all those people, causing my friends to get more backlash. I think the one thing you learn about out here is that the friends.
Okay, let's show the receipts of that. Hold, please. Let's go right here. Okay. This one. Okay. Share this tab instead. Okay. So that's a message from her. Honestly, it is what it is. The fuck shit is across the board, and I don't do gaslighters, and that's all. Goose was the person I was talking to at that point in time, and it was around the time that I was, mind you, this is June of 2023. Okay, this is June of 2023. I don't do gaslighter, and that's all Goose has done this entire time in every combo she has. No proof though. So for me, I wanted to have a conversation with these people. I wanted it to stop. I wanted to be that person who was like, we got to be willing to have conversations Come on, let's have a conversation. Okay. To me, Veda, EKC, Erica, Penelope, Goose, Michelle, JJJ, all of them straight distractions. But to avoid an echo chamber, you have to be willing to address other people's receipts and other stuff like that, or else you only show one side of things. This is June of 2023. Can y'all believe that? Still behind, sorry, but supporting him and giving him info on kids when he's obviously troubled, scary as hell. Sorry, just my opinion. Halloween baby, I don't disagree. I do not fucking disagree with you at all. Not whatsoever. The next one. Okay. So she replied to my message, I'm okay with us having a difference of opinion here because my mind will never change on them. This is part of the fuck shit, no different than Veda, just not as vocal. This is her telling me my family is getting death threats. And the more that you communicate with these people, the more they come after my family. I personally didn't get that from the messages. Maybe I missed it. Maybe I misinterpreted them. I don't know. But I looked all through our messages today. Had to go all the way back to January of fucking 2023 and kept looking and kept looking. Looked for threats. Looked for death threats. Looked for kids. Looked for a bunch of shit. And this was the only conversation I could find. Okay. And that was in June of 2023. Okay.
Term should be used very carefully. I've got a lot to say that I've been holding back. Charlotte, thank you for being a member. Kay, thank you for the support. OG Shorty, thank you. Really an island. It really fucking bothers. Thank you, Cash. Alma, thank you. Who you're friends with. Let me be very clear. I don't give a fuck where you go, who you're friends with. But don't ever come to me and say, you're my friends, and then do the things that some of these friends do right in front of your face. You can go wherever you want. You can believe in what you want. I don't ever try to dictate to my friends their relationships, their friendships. But one thing you're not going to do is continue to twist shit to fucking target me over and over again because I wouldn't take up your fucking battle against Queen.
Who has targeted you? What is the target? So essentially she's saying all these people, right? These people. So I'm going to be honest with you. I've seen TPE has made a video about her. I seen ClipPunks has made some videos about her, which most of them I don't agree with. I have seen the Soup and Pearl did some videos about her, and they were reviewing her content itself, the things she has said, the things she has done, right? I know Joneson did a video about her, and I have done videos about her. Okay. So with those, oh, absolutely not. Hold on. So I don't fuck with CPS, and I know that may be acceptable in some other channels. Please come back on a better account because I'm not good with that. I don't think BJ CPS workers should be anywhere around here, even if it's a troll account. I don't find it entertaining. That's involving kids, and I don't fuck with that. So I hope you can respect that. Well, hello. But I just like. So those are the people that I know of, right? Every single one of them, right? Do every single one of them have, do they not like Queen Bee because of her actions? Absolutely. 1000%. Oh, I don't know about TPE. TPE may still be good in the hive. I'm not 100% sure there. I don't know. But the rest of them, right? The rest of them, now, not every one of them was not friends, just cordial in the community with each other, seen some behaviors, walked away for some of them. And of course, with Jones and I, that would be friends, right? Okay. Or ex-friends, whatever you want to call it. Okay, cool. So with all of those people that I just named and them doing their streams where they're laughing at her, they're pointing out her behaviors with her words on their streams. They are targeting. So she is being targeted. Targeted. Let me get this straight. You sit and spend anywhere from 6 to 12 hours a day watching content about Brittany J or doing content on Brittany J. Somebody goes live about you once a week, maybe once a month, and you're having this come apart? And it's not a target. It's a call out. That is crazy to me. Crazy that you think you're being targeted by who? That is so that's off the record. That's off the record. I can't even. Facts. Okay.
I didn't know Queen like that. I wasn't in that group like that. Not at all.
We
Because
know.
I wouldn't take up their fucking cause. Get in the middle of their fucking shit. They've demanded to me for over 2 fucking years what I think, what I do, what I say, who I should.
Who? You said you were going to say names, yet here you are still not saying names. They demanded me for 2 years. Which one of you mofos is out here for the last 2 years? Now, I have been in contact with nonsense over the past 2 years from time to time, but I have never made a demand. You must. Now, to me, you know what? Actually, here, let's do this. What is the definition of a demand? Maybe I just don't know the right definition of demand, because what I think, it may not be what it is. Demand. An insistent or preemptory request made as if by right. Ask authoritatively, or brusquely. So who said nonsense? I demand you stop being friends and stop liking Queen Bee. Who said that? That's very confusing. I know for a fact I've never said that. Show me anywhere that I've ever said that. I didn't give a flying fuck. So not it. Okay. Love.
Should like. And if I didn't agree with them, some stuff I agree. 99% of it I don't. There was just more sinners, more shadies, more clip punks. I mean, these are the people that one time called me a friend that sat in a fucking chat as people were saying I was exploiting my adult daughter who shared a vulnerable fucking time of her life with mental illness. They sat in that fucking.
These are people who exploited. No, ma'am. You change it every time you say it. You change what happened. She said you were exploiting your child. That's what she said. She didn't talk about your daughter's mental health. She didn't talk about any of those things. None of us talked about that. And we've said multiple times, we were not in that chat at that point in time. I was away from the chat. The other person was away from the chat. And also, I want to speak to the self-importance that you're feeling here. Why the fuck am I required to stick up for you when you have not done a motherfucking thing publicly to stick up for me for over a year and a half? And you want me to stick up for you a couple months ago? Now, if I would have seen it, I would have, because it's what's right and that's who I am. I'm just saying your self-importance to demand, because right now you're saying I absolutely should have done that. Listen, nobody knows about Kenzie's trauma from me. Stop it. You are at this point. Leave her out of it. I understand that affected you in a way that I could never, ever understand. Apparently, it hurt you to your core. While I understand it, I don't agree with it. I understand it. But you continuing to push out that narrative, it feels a little BJ-esque. They said I exploited my daughter knowing what? No, nobody. It was you talking about your own kids. They were talking about you with the information you were putting out during that time. And it definitely the fuck wasn't a comment about Cash. Stop twisting it, because that's another damn lie. That's lie number 12 now. Oh, sheesh. Okay. Is very large ego.
Fucking chat. Well, it was being said that I exploit my daughter to Cash.
That's not what was said. Nah. So let me tell you what this feels like. This feels like manipulation, in my opinion, because now you've got these people listening, right? And you're like, I'm going to tell you all these things that you guys just didn't know had happened. Okay, maybe there's a lot of new people around and you want to share it with them, and that's okay. Share you, do you, boo? But right now, what it sounds like is you are purposely twisting what happened in that comment section. But but let me get this straight. You don't care where anybody goes, right? You don't care where anybody goes. Remember, it's not your business. You don't give a fuck. Okay. All right.
And so much more will not be forgotten.
That and so much more.
Team Marie, thank you so much for the gifted memberships. Welcome to the cabana. And once again, none of this falls on my mouth. I'm speaking for me and me only tonight. There's a lot of shit that I've sat back for fucking years and not said, not had the space to say it, not knowing what to say, because every time.
Girl, listen, who believes she has been silent for 2 years? Has anybody seen her silent? Asking for a friend. Actually, asking for my damn self. First, let me tell you, when Queen Bee and I broke up, and you can see it, that shit is still out on Queen's panel. Queen Bee ran to nonsense. Nonsense. Oh, she broke up with me. And Nonsense was like, yeah, she was a shitty friend to me. And they hate bonded over me being a shitty friend to them, right? And they're like, yeah, she's a shitty friend. Yeah, she hurt my feelings too, right? And they're like having this great conversation, right? And then Queen, because Nonsense trusted her for whatever reason, right? Then Queen comes out, and Queen is like, well, let me tell you. Let me tell you something. I talked to Nonsense, and Nonsense told me everything about Nunya. Okay. And you didn't see me fire up a live like, oh my God, Nonsense told Queen about our friendship ending. It had been over. Our friendship had ended. Oh, I don't know. It had been over like maybe 3 or 4. My shit. September to April. What is that? 4 or 5 months at that point? No, it wasn't. So it had already started ending around April. And then my interactions with Veda, I don't think she said it was like a personal violation until later. So I'm going to say maybe June. So maybe it's an estimate. I'm going to say sometime in between July and August. Okay. Take that for what it's worth. But has anyone ever heard her laugh or really enjoy herself? Not in a very long time. Not in a very long time. No. Yeah. Okay, great. I'll leave that to you. I'm sorry.
Time I talk, they bring more people into it. Revival.
Wait.
Was the one being attacked a month. None of this falls on my mouth. I'm speaking for me and me only tonight. There's a lot of shit that I've sat back.
Hey guys, none of this falls on her mods. Okay? She is speaking for her and only her tonight.
For fucking years. And not had the space to say it, not knowing what to say, because every time I talk, they bring more people into it. Revival was the one being attacked a month ago. Now it's Chico. Duchess was before Revival. If you're my friend, it comes with consequences for you, because how fucking dare you be a...
Oh my God. Again, the delusional self-importance is amazing. So Revival only got attacked because she was Nonsense's friend? Is that what she is saying? Because I remember specifically seeing a lot of Revival in chats, white knighting, picking up for Nonsense, and she's like, oh my God, Nonsense, this happened, Nonsense, that happened. What? But here's little innocent Revival. Girl, please. Revival is a bone carrier if you ever seen a bone carrier. Listen, okay. I've seen so-and-so over there. We need to block them on this page immediately. And she's like, okay, Revival, right away, Revival. Okay. Listen, now, I did see Chico get attacked a couple days ago, and I don't fucking agree with that. I personally don't like the way that Chico handled herself on the panel. She chose to be ignorant to the racism that Clue had participated in the past, or the comments, and chose to overlook it. And that's her choice. She has every right to do that. So I'm not telling her what to do. However, it still doesn't mean that I'm not going to be like, damn, that's crazy. But I got respect for Chico. I understand Chico was very real. And she said, I don't give a fuck what nobody else has done. I give a fuck what BJ did, because she did something to me that hurt me. And that's what I care about. And that's okay. She gets that. Now, I've never seen anybody attack Duchess, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen. I just know nobody I watch attack Duchess. That's all I can say. I don't know anything about that. I know that's right. Don't start no shit, won't be no shit. But Revival doesn't know that, you know. So I guess she just learned, you know. That's rough.
Your friends to nonsense. How dare you? She's such a fucking terrible person. And it's been continued for Cash over and over and over again.
All of her friends are victims. So her friends do nothing to instigate. Her friends do not participate. Her friends do not go into chats and white knight. Her friends don't go into chats and start shit. They don't do any of that. They just go into a chat. They say hello. They're complete Switzerland, and boom, attacked. We know you're a friend of nonsense. Okay. All right, cool. All right. Quick question. When y'all came over from Facebook as the Tessas, it was Nonsense, Amethyst, Nunya, and Revival, right? Trying to put pieces together where there are any other Tessas. No, actually, the Tessas was only Nonsense, Amethyst, and myself. Revival was not a Tessa at that point in time. She couldn't have fun.
Mal. Insert name. They have been gone at, targeted, accused of.
Wait a second. The gal who pulls out all the receipts. She's like the spokespeople of X mods for Britney. What? Not the spokesman. Is it the press secretary? Is that what they call that lady in the White House? Because we're talking politics and shit. Like, is she the press secretary for the anti-BJ club? I think she is. And you're mad because what? That's crazy. Okay. No worries. What does Tessa mean? Honestly, I can't even fucking remember where it came from. It was just we had talked about putting, so I want to say that somebody had called her a cunt and she wanted to take that and turn it around. And I was like, fuck it, call yourself Contessa. Like Contessa, like make it a name. And she did. And then it was like, oh, we all need Essa names, you know? And I think it was like Bluntessa. Honestly, I don't remember what mine was, but it was just, and then it became like cut out from there to put it from there. Oh, fuck Tessa. There you go. That was the other one. Yeah. Good times. Good times.
Shit. Exactly what they're doing, Davis. Fam. 100%. It's been ongoing at the same time.
Hold on. I know Smiley and TM attacked Dutchie a while back, but they had nothing to do. That had nothing to do with nonsense. Okay. Okay. We love Cash. I've never seen anyone attack him at all. I think the one thing everyone agreed with on the Yep situation was protecting Cash. Agree. I think they wanted to protect all of the victims, but I have no issues with Cash at all. He is always welcome on my page. Terry will always have a sweet spot in my heart. And I try very hard that if I am present and I see anybody going after Cash, and it has nothing to do with his connection to nonsense. It has his connection to do with, like, he's a good ass fucking person. I don't like when people tell him where he needs to go, where he shouldn't go. I don't like how he's been treated by other people. That's all wrong. But part of that treatment that he received, it doesn't have anything to do with nonsense. And then some of it, maybe it did. I don't know anybody's intentions unless they flat out say it, you know. But like, Cash is good here. And when they accused him, because of the words she was using, when they accused him of being something nefarious, I absolutely did speak out and say, fuck no, you're not going to do that to Cash. I get how she's making it seem, but you don't know the history, you don't know the backstory. So, all right, here we go. I feel like I'm going back to school after summer break and girls have switched for this summer. And I don't know who to trust. FG, isn't it ridiculous? Listen, trust your gut. That's all I can say. I strongly do agree. Evil Queen, I hope you are doing well. Positive vibes for your healing process. And I hope you're doing really good. But the one thing I can say is sometimes when you're consuming a lot of this content, I know sometimes it's a space filler. I know sometimes people can't leave the house or they're kind of in a funk. So watching it gets their mind off of their funk. Like, I completely get it. The one thing I would say is try and find something of interest to you that you can take a break from here. You can disconnect from here and move on. And not move on, like go back, sure, like hang out with your friends. I think a big part of it is the community. It is what has always brought people together, is the community that has been there. And I say community lightly, not in the normal community way, but those chats where people can hang out and get to know each other and laugh with each other and have a good time. That makes a really big difference. I will never understand why she spoke about the situation. It did not concern her, and she knew it would bring drama. I think because I don't know. Let me not say that. That'd be petty. So don't you dare be over there trying to.
And they've had two different groups going at the two different groups all fucking along. And I tried to understand. I tried to fucking rationalize this. I tried to sit back. I don't understand it, and I'm glad I don't. I'm glad I fucking don't understand these type of people. I'm glad I don't understand that you're only a victim or worthy of being a victim in their eyes if they like you. Otherwise.
Who said that? You're only a victim or worthy of being a victim in their eyes if they like you. No. I think if you're a victim, you're a victim. It's that simple. Like, that's just is what it is. Like that. I don't think that anybody has said you're not a victim. I mean, maybe some people have, but I don't fuck with that. Like, I don't know who said that, but that's just, interesting. No, that's not true.
Trust and believe. It doesn't matter. They can fucking FOIA your family. They can make websites. It doesn't fucking matter. J-Dub, thank you so much. And you'll understand today, I'm a little extra fucking salty. Because, well, I've been having to fucking dodge and duck the games.
Girl, you are so salty that we all got high blood pressure at this point. I think my blood pressure may be so high I got a headache now. I don't know what's going on. That's how much salt we are consuming right now. Y'all better go get your water and start drinking down some water. Take your LASIK. I don't know. Do something.
The accusations that have been made against me and my fucking family for 2.5 years because I chose to come on this app and use my voice to push back on the fucking harm and misinformation.
So Halloween baby, that's possible. I don't disagree with that at all. I could see that possibly. But the one thing I will say for that is I think that it is highly, just for me, I do think it's inappropriate. Even like when we're talking about addiction, I just think that there's a certain level of respect, and asking that question to me is disrespectful. But that's just my opinion. Like, if he doesn't see anything wrong with that, that's on him. That's between them. Don't have nothing to me. Like, my name is Bennett, and I ain't in it.
That's happening in these cases. I've gotten death threats. The very first thing was threatening the custody of my nieces. When that didn't work, it just continued. And
hold up, let's go back. We missed.
I was begging everybody to come on this app and use my voice to push back on the fucking harm and misinformation that's happening in these cases.
Has anybody heard her talk? When is the last time somebody heard her talk about misinformation in these cases? Seriously. I have not seen a stream clearing up misinformation in months. Since the series stopped. Once the series stopped, that was it. That was all. I don't know. What, Clip Punk? I just want to thank again Joneson and Mutt. I don't know who Mutt is, for dictating what I can share on community posts and to silence me for it. LOL. That is manipulation, not my nunsy clips. What? Who told you can't share, girl? Tell them it's your fucking page and mind their business. That's what I say. When it comes to addiction, I agree. It could be triggering, yeah. Misinformation did used to be called out. It is not called out anymore. But I was good. And then she pushed the big red button in this live, and I turned into a pillar of salt. Big mistake. Huge. Yes, Deeds, it did. Yeah.
I've gotten death threats. The very first thing was threatening the custody of my nieces. When that didn't work, it just continued. And while I was begging everybody to not engage with them, people were playing games in the inbox with them, Nunya.
So let me get this straight. You were getting death threats. Never seen receipts of that. People were coming for you in your real life. Your family was potentially not safe. And you told me this. And I was like, yeah, that's cool, but I'm going to go over here and try and talk to these people. That totally sounds like something I would do. Like 100% something I would do. Are you insane? Like, seriously? There is no way you honestly believe that. Also, I want to point out, you just finished telling Brittany J that if she felt like her family was in danger, and if she really wanted to protect her children, she would remove them from the internet. She'd go away. She'd remove herself for a while to let shit calm down, right? When did you take a break for that? You didn't. Trust and believe. When somebody started threatening my job, when somebody started threatening my minor children, when somebody started attempting to dox me, absolutely walk the fuck away. I don't need this shit. I make $0 and 0 cents off of YouTube. There is no clout that anybody here can give me because I don't make shit off of it. I come live when I feel like it. When I have something to say, I give my fucking opinions and I go home. And by go home, that's in air quotes because I'm already fucking at home. I'll say for anybody, if your family is in danger here and you believe it enough to go out on the internet and speak about your family being in danger, log the fuck off and go protect your family. And that goes for everybody, including BJ, Nonsense, Granny, Queen, Clue, I don't know, Terry Lynn, what's some other names? Trisha Talks, just saying, like any creator out there, it goes Jones in, it goes for all of every one of us. We have a responsibility to protect our family, and there is no mission, there is no baseline, there is no layers, there is no anything. How in the world do you sit out here trying to protect victims and their families while not protecting your own? Fuck out of here. Don't put that on me. Let me tell you this. Show receipts of that. Show receipts of that. Because you never, ever, not one time, I showed our DM. Not one time did you ever say, hey, this is happening. Also, make sure you show it while I was still in contact with her. Because I know exactly, I had to go back to my DMs, but I know exactly the timelines of when I was talking to her. Don't pull no bullshit out. No, don't pull no bullshit out. Okay? Lie number 14.
And now, 2.5 fucking years later, almost 3, actually next month will be 3 years. Fuck. I get to go sit in a fucking court of law and defend myself because I am still being accused of doing heinous shit that I never had fucking part of. Kyle and I have to pay out of fucking pocket to go defend myself to fucking frivolous lies because a group of people have nonstop fucking lied and attacked me and my family.
So me in the DMs with Veda, trying to resolve things, trying to end things, which I ended up walking away from because I came to my own whatever you call it, epiphany, whatever, that I really was not going to bring dignity to somebody who deserved it hardcore. So, okay. So I am the reason why you and Kyle got to spend your money to go to a lawsuit. Nabu. That same person went to you and they went to me. Let me tell you the difference between you and I. I wish them well. I felt sorry or empathetic for what they were going through. And it was heinous and terrible and vile what they were putting her through. 1,000 fucking %. I stand by that. 2 fucking years later, I stand by that. 100% I stand by that. It was wrong what was happening to her. But you know who didn't insert herself into it? I didn't show the legal documents when I was asked to. I did not participate in it. I didn't collect any clips of it. I didn't have shit to do with none of it. You know why? Because when you're fucking with an insane lunatic, you don't go fucking with an insane lunatic. So you insert yourself in there again with that self-importance. You got to go in there and try and be the savior for the girl. Well, guess what? Being the savior means you get persecuted. Just ask Jesus. So if you're going to sit in a court of law, I can guarantee you it is not because of no DMs between me and nobody else. Because you know who isn't going to the court of law? Me. One, because I didn't engage with the girl who contacted us. That's the best way. I'm trying to be respectful of her situation because she doesn't deserve this for you to be throwing this shit out there either. One, I didn't need to save her in her situation. I could stand by her and be an ally in her situation. That's all I had. And that's all I was willing to do because I didn't want to be involved. Two, the reason why they didn't come for me is because I sat down and had a conversation with them. Respectful, meaningful, an attempt to bring resolution, an attempt to get answers. That's why I didn't have to go through that. So don't put that shit on me. Maybe reevaluate jumping yourself head first into being somebody's savior before you do all of that. Fuck out of here. Now that pissed me off. Line number 15. That did piss me off. You got me good there. Because I had to go back to my email. Oh, wait. Speaking of which, that's in our video. Hold on. Let me find that because I got my proof. Hold on. Where's my proof of that one? Hold on. Oh, wait. That's in the very beginning, I think. Okay. I just really want to be mindful that I have X'd everything out so there's no identity. Okay. All right. These are my emails from the person: September 23rd, September 28th, October 9th, November 11th, 2023, November 11th, 2023. I can guarantee you that you and I do not have the same emails. Don't put that on me. Please don't put that on me. That's on you. You inserted yourself into that drama. You inserted yourself into that mess. Had nothing to do with me. Good try, though. This is a lot of like, all these people have done these things to me. Sheesh. And you did nothing? Yes, Tinker, I will be.
So if you hear anger, trust and believe. It's justified. Let's get into this.
It's righteous anger, guys. It's righteous anger. If you hear it, it's justified. I bet you really believe that, though, huh? We're almost done.
No, I have no idea what just happened, why it happened, but it happened. The string just completely just, I've never seen it before. Hello. Hey, beautiful people. Can you hear me? I hope you can hear me.
Davis, ma'am, the same people that have claimed that I've been doing all this shit to them are still claiming that I run a harassment campaign and have been asked to do things on behalf of XYZ and other people. And a sub has been trying to handle this for quite some time. She didn't have a channel, didn't have anything. And they have turned around and filed more shit, but accusing me of...
A sub was trying to handle it, and they accused you of more shit. Now, they're nasty. Foul, all the names you can get. You take Queen B, you take Clue, you take Brittany J. You put them on steroids, and that's these people. All together, mixed all together. And that's just one of these 45,000 people. Who knows how many? They're disgusting. Terrible, terrible, terrible fucking people. But Nunya, if they were so terrible, why were you willing to talk to them? Because one, we didn't know it at the time. But two, I feel like I'm willing to have conversations with anybody. It is absolutely who I am. Just because I don't fuck with you. Now, don't get me wrong. We ain't talking on my real cell phone number. You know what I mean? We're absolutely talking about we're absolutely talking on that Google Voice number, okay? We're absolutely emailing in a fake, made up Joanne on your business email. We are not talking. We're talking through a Facebook DM of Joanne none your business. Like, we're not talking real life here. You know, you got to have boundaries. All right, here we go.
Things. This is 3 times now in 3 different court filings that I've been accused of heinous shit on behalf of or for Katie Joy or working because of Katie Joy or some shit. And all that sub wanted was peace. And all she did was get more and more threats, more and more shit over and over and over again. I begged people around me to stop fucking engaging with Beta Jade.
Show the proof. Because I just showed the only instance where you ended up saying, I'm not interested in engaging with them. So show proof where you told me that these people were sending with the proof, sending you death threats, coming for your family. Show that proof. Because it never happened. Line number 16. Well, I guess that could be like 15, like 15B. Because it's really like the same as 15. You just repeated it to double down on it. Like, so people could be like, oh my God, somebody threatened your family and somebody was just okay with that because we don't even know who it is. Well, except for you said Nunya's name. So now we got to be out here believing you, even though, again, no receipts for a person who used to timeline the fuck out of shit and used to take the time to show it. You had receipt on receipt on receipt on receipt. Girl, you changed.
I begged people to stop fucking engaging. And then it came a time where I responded because the fucking threats, the lies were extensive. And then I got questioned. Oh, you shouldn't say that. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't defend yourself to that. Yeah, I should just fucking let them continue to make a fucking crazy allegation.
Oh, God damn you. You pesky little friend, you know who you are. How dare you sit out there and quit? Now, listen, I don't know about you guys. I want friends who question my actions. I want friends who want me to do better. I want friends that will say, nah, that ain't a good look. Don't do that. Hey, you may not be making the right decision if you go left. Hey, you may not be making, they still allow me the space to make my own decisions for myself. But they say, hey, I think this is the way you should go. Hey, I think you should go that way instead. Now, personally, I appreciate having those people around you. However, Nonsense is saying she didn't appreciate those people questioning her decisions. What? Tell me you started to create an echo chamber without telling me you started to create an echo chamber long ago. Okay.
And death threats? Okay, sure. I didn't have anything to do with Katie Joy 3 years ago. Never fucking have. Didn't even know she existed. Didn't know a fucking thing about her. But because a group of people want to continue to fucking lie and fuck with people, here we are, still now.
Oh, yeah, you're here.
Thank you all for joining me. I'm sorry I'm coming in hot tonight.
She is coming in hot.
But I'm really not sorry either. I'm not sorry. I'm sorry to you guys that you have to deal with it, but this has been a long time coming.
Hey, chat. I don't want to bore you. So go on ahead and name something in the chat that's salty and hot. Okay? And it may just be your shoulders because some of y'all are dealing with heat waves that are insane right now. So if it's your shoulder, I mean, now keep it appropriate now. But, you know, it could be your shoulders, but salty and hot.
I always make sure members say you want to show them police support. How much I appreciate her. Oh, no, you do. Thank you. Hey, girl. I'm glad to see you right y'all. Right, sweet. Little Miss Sunshine, Opal, sis. Crafty, good to see you.
This is a recordings that the beautiful we did, and you can see the live chat on your screen.
Got lost. Triggered. Hey, triggered. Oh, thank you, Roxy. You're so sweet. Hello, Forever Glow.
Actually, you know what? Let me go over here right quick.
It's the
No,
anti.
I'll play this first.
KJ,
Oh, thank you, Carolina Moon. KW's in the house. Your hair looks awesome. Oh, God, I didn't do anything to it. I seriously just washed it and air dried it. I'm hiding my grays from y'all. If the light come on, you see y'all kind of grays, wouldn't they?
True friends.
He's not talking about y'all. He's talking about, y'all know he's talking about. You look very, oh, thank you guys. Y'all gonna make me have a big head. No, I'm just kidding. I dropped my phone and I thought, oh no. What?
I was trying to think of this joke. He said, what has 28 teeth and holds back the hole? My zipper.
I did not. So they start off the live stream with what has 28 teeth and holds back the Hulk. Craig follows up with his zipper. Such an appropriate stream for such a Christian channel, right?
Oh my God. So Craig makes this joke with his girl, right? And she's like, such an appropriate stream for a Christian family, isn't it? Such an appropriate joke. God, dog, Christians can't make fun of sexy things too? Gee. Girl, she don't like nothing about this gal. My God, she does admit later on, she says she does despise it. But I mean, that I know Christians make stupid jokes or, sexual jokes with their partners. Like, I guess maybe not on a live stream. I'll give you that, but okay. All right. Jeez. Okay.
And again, don't be offended. I don't hate Christians. Not at all. I don't hate anybody. That's the fucking crazy part of all this. There's very
Okay. Nonsense. If you don't hate Brittany J, I don't hate Queen Bee. How about that? Can we agree to that? Because I truly, like, I don't sit around thinking about, is Queen Bee live right now? I haven't watched a Queen Bee live stream in a very long time, but like, because I'm not, like, she's not on my mind anymore. I've been able to, like, heal that space and move on, right? But I, like, if you're out here saying you don't hate BJ, we need to see some action behind you not, like, just wait. Here we go. I promise you, we're not going to review this whole stream. I'm sorry. It's
very few people in this world that I hate. And the ones that have earned that title are definitely not strangers on the internet. Do I highly despise a lot of these people? Absolutely.
Oh, that's a good point, Jonesin. Clue talks about her snail trail, and she's on her way to heaven with her peppermint snail trail, and penises and all that stuff, and her badge and all that. So you're right. She claims to be Christian too. Fair is fair. I'm just keeping it fair. I don't really care, but I'm just saying fair is fair. They both claim to be Christian, and that's the kind of stuff they're talking about on their live streams. It feels like that maybe that's a Christian thing. I don't know. I talk about dick all the time, so I don't have no problem with it. But
more so, I pity a lot of these people that they stand for fucking nothing. They stand for not a fucking thing while screaming that they are these. I don't even know.
These people stand for nothing. Oh, I stand for something. I stand for something. It's just not what you stand for anymore. That's the difference. You make yourself feel better about participating in the hate. Actually, no, I'm not going to call it a hate train. You make yourself feel better by participating in the let's review Brittany every day, because while she participates in the let me also participate in this, you allow yourself to participate in that and you keep it under your thoughts that you are doing this on behalf of victims and their families. This covering Brittany J every day, covering Craig and feeling the way you do about Craig, which you're about to go into, this in no way benefits victims or their families. And you have yourself convinced that it does. It's very interesting.
Expect that one.
It was I seen this Kermit the Frog. He goes on a Beagle. You know what a Beagle is?
Yeah.
And he has like a cucumber. Every once in a while, it's like Kermit will pull his cucumber up and whip it around. He'll say helicopter, helicopter.
What are you saying, his Kermit?
Yeah.
And now he's talking about somebody saying helicopter, helicopter.
Oh my God! How dare he?
Oh yeah, now gotcha. I gotcha. So what we're talking about is, how BJ came on here, Jamison County, and chastised us for looking up her children and her children's account.
Mm-hmm.
Well, again, she came on and concocted that story that we're stalking her children, and her son came to her, either you're full of shit and there's multiple accounts, or this was eating me up. It was eating me up that this dumb bitch was sitting here trying to accuse people, because unfortunately there is a channel. There was a channel. I said, I'm having a dilemma. I haven't sent this, and either she doesn't know or she's intentionally. So Mal offered to send it directly to BJ. So her children,
stuff about she's got
how
kids.
dare we all were going after her kids,
Or
right?
account name.
Still up.
Link, whatever.
Again, none of my business. I don't care. I'm not showing the account. She can do as she wishes. But when she is notified of things, does she handle it? No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. And while she got excuses for the last time she didn't handle videos of her children, I won't be the fucking scapegoat this time.
I told Mal to tell her, and Mal told her, because we've got the read receipts. I told her to delete her kid's channel right now, and she has not done it yet. Could you imagine? Could you imagine being like, I couldn't imagine being on here and being like, hey, I'm gonna use my friends as an example, but like, hey, fuck you, Joneson. You know what? You need to make sure that I don't know, don't make Katie ride the bus to school anymore. You get your ass up and you go take him to school every single morning and pick him up after school from now on, because I said, what? Okay. I don't understand, but okay.
I won't let somebody use the excuse of, well, you know, Queen Bee should have protected her children more, and that's why we FOIA'd her, because she should have been, no, bitch. The fucking one that should have protected BJ's children was BJ. All along. But like Tia said, we can't care more than she does.
That's
so
facts.
It's been over 24 hours that she's known of the account. Her red receipts are on, so we know she's seen it. And the account is still up. Again, she can make the choice to let them have an account. But there will never be a time when she ever says that I've done something to her children, because that'll never be true.
Oh.
Hold on. I lit my fucking ashtray on fire. So I gotta get a bottle of water. Hurting on this time. All right.
Anybody who's watching just Google illegal permit, and you'll find it on YouTube.
Prayers. It's my brother. It's my birthday. Plus, doctors called today and told us that my mom wasn't doing. Oh no, we needed to have a family meeting. I'm so sorry, Brenda. That's a hell of a birthday gift. Y'all please say your prayers for our beautiful Brenda.
You don't know if you got tomorrow. Make plans and make goals, but live in the moment. Remember I told you that? Did I say it on the library?
Yeah.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
I start to forget things.
Yeah, and embrace it. Life is too short. Embrace your time.
Now, try to make the most of it right now.
Sit
You don't
here.
know if you got tomorrow. But
Listen
make
to Craig and PJ hang out.
Want to say hi to them?
Hello, everyone.
Kyle just got home from work.
plans and goals and why you still breathe.
Yep.
I mean, so stuff like enjoy the moment the best you can. Even if you got sitting at class or sit at work or wherever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can still talk and make friends, have a good time through.
Please, once again, do as you wish if you have children. But if they are on Omegle, please be careful. That is a playground of predators. A lot of adults go on that teen site, and there is a lot of horrific shit that happens on that site. If your children have Omegle, that's what Craig is talking about, is the app Omegle. Please be careful. Again, do as you wish. But that is a website or an app that I strongly suggest knowing exactly what is on there and what happens on that site. It is a fan favorite of predators.
The things that maybe.
Ooh-wee. So let me get this straight. Hey, y'all. Don't fuck with that website. Okay? Don't fuck with that website. Very dangerous for kids. It's a fan favorite for predators. That's where the predators go. You know, the one Craig is talking about being on. What? That is wild. That is crazy to me. Y'all are so comfortable. So way too comfortable. We talk about diluting down the meaning of racism and what happens with racism. Y'all dilute down the fucking meaning of predator hardcore. Wow. That's crazy.
They are so fun. Does that make sense?
Makes all the sense.
But you're working and doing all that for the future at the same time.
Did you guys have a good day? Monday? I am, but I ain't able to read anything.
Oh.
Unless I have to use the phone. I'm not kidding. I'm blind as a bat. Oh, my eyes are so sensitive.
Yeah.
I don't know that I could.
Another thing I ask you guys to not do tonight. We don't need to addict shame. We don't need to stoop to their level and talk about her children. We can talk about her. We can talk about the lack of responsibility she takes. We can talk about all of that. But please just don't addict shame. We know people have substance use issues. We know people, everybody does. Addiction is a disease.
Hey, gosh.
And unfortunately, it's not a fucking fun one.
It's like when you wear your glasses for so long and then you take them off.
They say it's supposed to make your eyes better, but I think it makes your eyes nice.
Makes them worse.
Yeah.
It's like everything comes to life when I put them back on.
I think a lot of people's problem is we don't go back outside. Like, you know, humans are meant to be outside all the time.
Yeah.
And you need enough light to make your pupils shrink. And
Craig, when's the last time you saw light? When's the last time you went outside? When's the last time BJ went outside? When's the last time you went out and threw a ball around in the yard?
and if you don't get out there and get right light and your eyes don't shrink, they become weak.
Yeah, like the submarine thing.
Dude, you don't have to worry about becoming weak. You showed a prime example of what a weak bitch you are last night, Craig.
Thank you. Remember what you told me to do on the submarine? I don't remember exactly.
They don't ever, they're all in these small rooms. So they have one long hallway and they make you like, I don't know, once a week or something, sit in a chair and look all the way and stare across this long hallway so that you can make that, not dilate.
It's a muscle in your constricting your eyes, right?
Your pizza's enough.
Because they
might be what's wrong with me actually. Because
me too. That's what I've been that issue. If you go outside, the light instantly makes it do that. You know what I mean? So you're not getting enough bright sunlight and you're not looking at long distances.
So triggered.
Hold on. Did your windows combust today, Kyle?
Just having random.
Kyle, you got any good stories for us before you go? Oh my God, you guys, Kyle is working on a bathroom right now, and you would think that it's like a remodel that he's tearing out. No, he put it all in. It's like the most horrendous pink tile.
We're gonna go past.
She'll be happy, but Oh shit. Thank you so much.
Yes.
I'm fucking
Thank
fed up.
everybody for the.
Attacked, chastised, rolled into
Oh,
shit
let
they
me go
haven't
back.
seen. Well, you know, Cash, I'm fucking fed up. I'm fed up with good people who have done fucking nothing besides be my friend, get fucking attacked, chastised, rolled into shit they have nothing to fucking do with. I'm over it. I'm fucking over it. And why? Because I embarrassed a couple of you? Because you crossed personal boundaries of me?
When did you embarrass anybody? I have never, trust and believe, I've absolutely been embarrassed by my own actions here on the internet. Oh, like, I'm going to say, to be fair with myself, at least a solid maybe 6 to 10 times over the last, what is this, 2025? So 3 years. Okay. So I'll say maybe 6 to 10 times I could probably name that I've been embarrassed within myself. I don't know who it is she believes that she is embarrassed. When was I embarrassed? What did you do that like exposed anybody to embarrass them? I don't know who she embarrassed. Does anybody know? I don't know. I don't know who her. I'm gonna go with me only because the only person she's talking about, her ex-friend, is me so far. So I'm gonna go with me. But I assure you, I haven't. I haven't been embarrassed by her. Like, she hasn't done anything to embarrass me, or like to make me be embarrassed. Not to embarrass me, but since April 2024 when she was sent. Thank you for clarifying that, Sammy. I'm guessing you're probably correcting somebody else who may have said something different. But yes, I do know that receipts were shown of that. So thank you for clarifying that. Appreciate you.
I don't get it. I never will. But here we go. Let's buckle in.
I know that's how
Would you give triggered 10 memberships in the first string? I believe the string. My eyes are sensitive. I could never.
It's hard at first, but after, I don't know, a few weeks or so, eventually you get used to it. Now, they're always a little annoying because
Davis fam, I feel that. I feel that. And the targeted fucking bullshit that they've done on so many angles. People.
You know what's funny to me is Davis fam. The girl got in her car allegedly and drove while documenting this on Twitter. This is the girl who she's like, yeah, Davis fam, I totally understand what you're saying. They just keep coming for us. Okay, it's targeted. Target. Honestly, I'm gonna get the meme maker to make some kind of target symbol, like targeted hate, targeted campaigns, targeted politics, targeted, what was the other word she used? I don't know. Optics. That was the other one. Optics.
Realize it.
You can't hear it like properly. And sometimes they get like foggy and you have to blink and run around and try to clear it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's never going to be perfect, but not always more context.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's why I get you that context. You need some more ASAP.
But I got more context. Like,
you didn't even remember that your dude wore contacts? I mean, okay.
Oh, no, I'm not at all.
girl now.
I'm going to skip through some of this first part.
Don't say that shit. Okay.
Oh, let's hear what he said.
Why does it feel harder there? Like, it's still 97.
Well, sorry. I agree with the first part. I know for a fact that the second part is not correct. But I do agree with the first part. So I get it. I don't know why we're discussing that particular part. But I don't fuck with Dark Horse. I know she came in here before I had to block her. I don't fuck with Dark Horse at all. I don't do like the whole cop collar and unless you're legit, like being doxxed and your family is, your safety is, whatever, then call and report that person, let the police handle it. But outside of that, I don't fuck with no, like, I seen it on the internet, I thought you weren't safe. Like, nah, bitch.
Yeah.
Craig, talking about the sun and radiation.
It's not actual heat that makes it worse, but fucking radiation.
She's never embarrassed me. I will stand 10 toes down with my whole ass because it's bigger than my chest. I will never pick apart an SA victim story, which is a fallout because it was Veda. I know. The issue when you pick a SA victim story apart, you are traumatizing other SA victims. I know, LG. She gets to that in a little bit, but that's why I said it. I don't know that you've heard. I don't think you've heard this, but there was, like, trust and believe. It was hard to listen to a lot of this, knowing,
Yeah.
She's not paying attention to you. I wouldn't either, though.
What are you doing?
Trying to find this rap, and then Kendall's messaging me. Hold on.
Are you still on cam?
Yeah. I'm looking. Wait a minute. Don't say that shit. Cajun Cutie, thank you so much for being a member for 9 months. Brittany, we made a baby. Yes, we did.
Oh, Brittany, listen close. You'll probably hear my lighter spark up a lot more than 5 times in a row.
This is how Brittany and Chris.
You might even get to hear something else.
Okay,
Cajun Cutie.
Like me taking deep fucking breaths so I keep myself in check.
please,
you.
Lusa.
Thank you so much. Silly. Where is it? Damn it.
Yeah, she.
I wanted to do.
Craig's mumbling per usual in the background. Ooh, you a bad bitch. You such a bad bitch. Ooh, look at that. Look at that.
So the one thing I am going to ask is, like, can we move on from the whole dark horse thing? I appreciate clearing it up. But to me, like, that shit is wild. I think every single person should have disavowed her actions. Anybody who agreed with it, go on with your bad self, but we just aren't the same. But like, yeah, can we move on from that conversation? Because I don't know what happened last night. I wasn't there. I don't know where it happened at. There's no receipts of it. And I don't want something to get repeated that ends up being the focus of misinformation when it may not be the truth. So I'm just respectfully asking. So yeah, she's blocked by me. She's blocked by me, Sammy. I can't control other creators at all. But she's definitely blocked by me. So
still rising.
I don't fuck with fake callers, real callers. None of that.
I mean, no. I mean, definitely no.
No, I put it on member stream. Just chat. I don't know.
A members only, the way BJ runs it. Let's be very clear. It's a publicly available stream and puts her chat on.
It was bad. It was like they all come over here.
So fucking drop.
We're gonna skip.
It's in there. You know.
Oh, Samantha Joy, I'll be talking to you tonight.
I mean, and it'll loosen up and you can get you off.
We'll be here for a few hours. Hello, play.
Whether I can see or not.
That's what I do.
And plus, when I'm looking at my screen,
I mean,
she's super
I think
cute.
Velma would be fun to
For your face a lot, but either way, it's fine.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Hair is gorgeous.
Okay, here we go. Next
Thank you.
point.
I think she looks better without the glasses. But yeah.
Well,
Craig says, I think you look better without the glasses.
don't we know you don't like my glasses?
BJ, I despise you. I think you're truly gutter trash. Absolutely do. Because of all the fucking lies you've told on me. But even because I think you're fucking gutter trash, I still think that you should have stood up and fucking decked that boy in the fucking lips. This man sat there and disrespected you again. Your looks, your fucking integrity, everything right in front of you, and you took it. He has really got you trained to believe that you are so beneath him that you can just, and you have to take this fucking verbal abuse. That's what it is. It's verbal abuse. You deserve better. Your family deserves better than being raised in this bullshit.
Let me tell you this. I was very confused by this because so what he says to her is, I like you better without the glasses. Right? My husband has told me he likes me better with long hair. He doesn't prefer when I cut my hair short, but I cut my hair short. Like, because it's what I want to do, right? Saying that this was verbal abuse, to me, in my opinion, minimized the fuck out of those who have been traumatized by verbal abuse. Him saying he prefers her without the glasses is verbal abuse? What? That is so far. Like, again, that is terrible. Now, everybody's dynamic is different. And so to me, like she ends up telling him they went on to have a conversation about, like, she doesn't like skinny men. And he is like, I want to go to the gym and I want to lose weight. Like, I want to be, thinner. She's like, I like my men filled out. Like, you are filled out. I like my men like that. Right? So she just verbally abused him. What? I am not a victim of, nor have I ever experienced verbal abuse in a relationship or with my partner. or my husband. However, to minimize it down to you are literally putting out information to people, telling your chat that if their husband tells them they look better in those other pair of jeans, if I like you better when you wear those heels and not your sandals. You're telling them that their spouses are verbally abusing them. How fucking reckless. All of this because you stand for victims and families. Okay. All right.
I don't have to like you to say that you deserve much better than this. But you seem to enjoy this. You seem to want to fit in with this.
Girl, you seem to be trying to fit in with these mean girls. And you're trying hard. And I don't know what the deal is. Again, you just said you despise her because of the lies that she has told on you. I don't know what those lies are because I don't fucking watch Brittany J and I don't watch you in that way. But there is no level of lie. Like there has been a lot of lies told about me, but I haven't lost who I am to be around somebody else. Have I made mistakes? Absolutely. 100%. That is crazy. Does my butt look fat on these pants? Kinda. Damn, it's that abuse, right? You definitely have, but not from my husband. But that shit stays with you forever, right? Yeah, I definitely have, but not from my husband. And that shit stays with you forever. I can imagine, and I can imagine it like it's ingrained in your head. That's what I imagine it to be. So to minimize it down to, he said he'd prefer her without glasses. They go on to talk about, her having contacts. She talks about why she doesn't like to wear contacts. It's not just that one statement. There's been a lot said. He's been saying a lot to BJ just in the last 3 days, talking about her glasses, needing a haircut, etc. Listen, Sammy, I can guarantee you, right? When my So why you always crying? Don't come in here starting no shit with Natalie. We already had that conversation. Sammy and Natalie have already squashed that conversation. We're not going back there. No, that is incorrect. They had a conversation last year, a long time ago, when she was beefing with BJ herself. Dark Horse was beefing with BJ. We're not going to put that on nonsense. Please stop trying to connect her to some shit that she doesn't belong in. Not in this chat. No, ma'am. No ham, no turkey. Thank you anyways. This is pretty close to armchair diagnosing and investigating. I don't know. I've never hung my hat on being super credible. I can't. I fuck up too much. But Narcissus does, and this is total hate mongering and manipulation of words. So when Cletus called Clue a manatee, was that abusive? No worries. Thank you. I appreciate that. Maybe. I mean, does he call her other names? Does he say other things to her? Because Sammy said you got to say other things. Now, Narcissus just told you this is abusive. She doesn't talk about the way he overall talks about her, but she just says that comment is abusive to him. But maybe she meant, to be fair, maybe she meant the overall way that he treats her. But like everybody everybody accepts what they want in a relationship or don't want in a relationship. Like my husband and I can cuss the fuck, we can cuss each other the fuck out and be good 2 minutes later. Now, if other people heard us cussing each other out, because I can be a complete and utter bitch like 90% of the time, but like if other people heard those conversations, they'd be like, oh my God, this is crazy. They may even be triggered by those conversations or those arguments. But like that's us. That's how we communicate with each other. And we both are safe and okay in that situation. Don't put your trauma on other people. And I'm not saying that to nonsense. I'm saying that in general because I do feel like there's a lot of people in this community that are sitting here in their trauma. And they are like, OMG, this is terrible. And they put the label on it. I guess since I see most of it all, I back nonsense and her feelings. That's okay, Sammy. You're more than welcome to have that that perspective, excuse me. That's completely fine. If you agree with it, you agree with it. That's okay. I personally, I don't care about them enough to care if he's like, I mean, obviously I don't want to see anybody abused, But like they're in a relationship for 8 years. If she is happy in that relationship, and those like she laughed. She thought it was funny when he said it. And I know for a fact because I watched this stream at this point, but like she goes on to talk about later on about going to the gym and not going to the gym. She doesn't want a skinny man. She's talking about his looks too. So to me, where you see offense and you see trauma, right? Or you see disrespect or verbal abuse or like maybe just a degrading of her, like not just he doesn't build her up. I mean, not everybody's man is like that. Some people, their love language isn't words of affirmation. I don't know what his love language is at all. I don't even care because I just don't care enough about him, you know? I think it's weird that people care that much about him while they don't give a fuck about her. So I don't appreciate being bitched at for just asking a simple question based on what I read in chat. I did not realize I had to be here from the beginning or I would get bitched out. I will exit. You're more than welcome to stay. You're more than welcome to leave. No problem. Enjoy. Have a good night.
I like my big glasses, but okay. What's wrong with my big glasses? I think they're cute.
He's going, and let me get this out of the way for you, Nunya. Since you have a problem with me fucking having trauma, it seems you've never quite understood it. I've tried to explain it to you before, but you even made a comment one time in your live stream. I think you did apologize for it later on, but still you said it. Yeah, I fucking have a shit ton of trauma around religious manipulation and abuse. The very things that we're watching happening
You've told us
in
that.
real time. So if you think that
Hold on. The very thing that we are watching happening in real time. So she has deemed that Brittany J and Craig are going through religious abuse. Or what did she say? Religious themed abuse? Religious
yeah, I fucking have a shit ton of trauma around religious manipulation and abuse.
Oh, religious manipulation and abuse. Again, me personally, I don't know enough about these people to give a fuck. They've showed me enough to know that I don't fuck with them. I'm good. But when you're investing this much time in it, like it really that can't be healthy. Like that's just basic like mental health knowledge, maybe. I don't know. Like it's healthy to laugh. It's healthy for your spirit to like feel happiness. It like what is it, dopamine or serotonin? I don't know. One of those two we get when we're happy. I don't remember which one. So it's weird. Okay. Everyone does have trauma. They absolutely do. Absolutely. Exactly, Sammy. Flip me off and keep it moving. We're good.
Is that we're watching happening in real time. So if you think that I should keep my fucking
well, here's the thing. We're not watching it happen in real time. I don't watch none of that shit in real time.
triggers at bay, trust and believe they're tucked in. But I will continue to use my voice to speak out against the harm, the control, the abuse that happens with religious manipulation and the trauma that it can cause. So question it. Fucking sell that shit there, Clip Punk. Since you've been dangling that, calling me George. That's my dad's nickname for me. Think it's going to bother me? I actually love the nickname George. Because he always used to say, Georgie, porgy, pudding pie, kissed the boys and made them cry. See, I might have a lot of trauma, but I also have the wherewithal to know that there was some good times in my life. But since everything I do and say, oh, that she's just got trauma with that. Fuck yeah, I do. And that's why I will continue to use my platform and my voice to speak against shit like this.
You know what's funny?
Because every victim,
everything she says, her trauma is just thrown at her. I made a comment one time. And after I apologized, I did not throw it out there. And the comment was, I feel like the reason why she is so honed in on, focused on, obsessed with whatever word you want to use there with Brittany J is because Brittany's religious beliefs trigger something within her own trauma and her own feelings towards religion. That's what I said. A fair assessment since she's confirming it herself. Like, and again, I said it one time. When did I say that? I think I said that maybe at the end of last year. I traveled in the beginning of this year. It was either like January, it was sometime in between like September of last year to January of this year, and we're still talking about it. It's insane.
And whether I like them or not, deserves the same grace as the next. Every addict, whether they're a part of my family or yours, deserves the same amount of respect. Every family going through this shit, whether they're
the only addict or the only people who don't deserve that respect is these trash people you're looking at, right? That's the only people who don't deserve that respect. So while you're accusing, I found so much of this was like projection. Like she would say one thing to they, us, we, them group, whatever, me. She would say that, and then she would turn around and do the same exact thing. So earlier she said, oh, but somebody's not a victim if you didn't deem them or if you don't like them. But you're literally saying she can't be a victim of these things because you don't like her. What? That's crazy.
creators that you fell out with or not deserves to have privacy.
I don't.
Make me change my glasses.
You're not a Velma. Some girls are Velma.
I think I actually would align with Velma more than Daphne.
I'm gonna have to speak this up because Jesus Christ.
Definitely.
Yeah, but you don't look like a Velma.
Oh.
Yeah, make
Well,
me lose my
okay.
voice.
I think Velma's cute though.
I don't know how they streamed this,
especially the real life. The what do you call it, the live action?
And I sure love the fact that all of you sat fucking silent. Well, my daughter's trauma that she was vulnerable and shared was weaponized to take digs at me and Cash. I love how you guys were accepting of the fact that her trauma, what she volunteered, what she was vulnerable enough to share, was weaponized, and you sat there and cheered that shit on, never said a fucking word, right?
Her trauma was weaponized. Her trauma. I can't. Nobody has weaponized her trauma at this point. Not anybody I know. Not anybody I fuck with. What they did call out is the fact that you keep throwing your daughter's trauma out there is a form, in their opinion, it's a form of exploitation of your child. That's what they said. And here you are throwing it out. You've literally thrown it out, what, 3 times now this stream? Like, are you just waiting for it to stick? I don't understand. So you're entitled to your opinion. They can't be entitled to their opinion of your actions. Like, for somebody who like you cover so many, like you have covered, let me say that you only cover BJ now, but you have covered a lot of different creators and gave commentary and called them out on their shit and said what you said to them. Somebody else goes live and gives commentary about a way that you either lied, did misinformation, said something cringy, in their opinion, exploited your kid, involved yourself in something that you shouldn't have, you didn't even had nothing to do with you. Like, they go live and they call you out the same exact way that you call people out. And this is the uproar that you're giving? This is your response to that? That's very confusing. It's very confusing to see.
It was more important to get back at me. For what? Oh, because I mentioned the Yup situation?
Girl, you mentioned the Yep situation? Okay. You mentioned no, girl. You did multiple live streams. And I honestly, at this point, I don't give a fuck if you mentioned it, she mentioned it, they mentioned it, we mentioned it, us mentioned it. It doesn't make a difference who mentioned it. Nobody cares. I know you want it to be all about you, but nobody cares about that.
Because Cash made a community post?
Don't care about that either.
More important to get back at me and Cash over something I had nothing to fucking do
Why? What are we getting back at Cash? What did Cash do? He didn't do shit to us. Never ever. Why are you making him like you're making it? You know what's interesting to me is you're like, they come after my friends just because they're my friends. But here you are throwing your friend under the bus. I have never come for Cash. I have never expressed any anger or upsetness or hatred towards Cash. 1, because he's your friend, never ever. And 2, because he spoke out his own feelings on a situation that impacted him on his community post. What the fuck would I look like? That'd be insane. No, never happened.
not a goddamn thing to do with it. But I got more fucking backlash over that shit than Yep did. Isn't that fucking ironic?
Yeah.
I think Velma would be fun to talk to, but she wouldn't be your first pick. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, right.
Revival,
Right.
Great.
She's got potential.
Right. Revival.
Love you, bud.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cash.
Don't you want a man that tries hard?
Yeah, I want you to take care of yourself. I don't. You know, I tell you this all the time. You don't have to have a six pack to. Yeah.
I'm just saying, women in general. You want a man who gets up and tries hard, not just on his physical appearance, but that's an appearance. Appearance.
He's putting her down right in front of her face, and she's not even paying attention to what he's saying. BJ, I encourage you to go back and listen to this.
I'm gonna just let it play. I can't.
Again, I think you're shit, but just because I think you're shit doesn't mean you don't have worth and value to others. You do, and it's about time you value yourself and stop taking this type of fucking abuse publicly.
But overall,
and then using excuses to re-abuse others and lie on others.
And
it's none of our fault what this guy does to you.
You know, alpha man.
Oh, that's ironic, isn't it? Just use it as an excuse. So you using Queen Bee's Queen Bee's fall out with everybody, or dislike for Queen Bee. You're using that as an excuse. That's what you're basically saying? Oh, bless your heart, poor thing. And you spent how long? Because I ain't even about to do all this now. You spent 4 hours raging like this.
Or you know,
I'm sorry.
He
That
also
can't
wanted
be
to try
healthy
hard
for
too.
any-
Yeah.
First and foremost, to anybody out there, do it for you, not for your significant other. Yeah, you can want to look good for your significant other, but you should put yourself first. Always. If you want to improve yourself, it should be for you, not somebody else. Do it for you.
Do it for
Looking good for your partner is just part of it.
All right. Tell Craig.
Kind of like gave up on herself. She just accepted that she's a nerd loser. You know,
Yes.
So
Yeah,
Ivy
I
Lee
don't
said,
know.
"Tell Craig he better get with the program. Big glasses are in style now."
it's cute. I like, but you just change it up. You know what I mean? Don't.
It's cute, but just change it up. Is anything about her good enough for you, Craig? Is there any fucking thing that's good enough for you, Craig? She's not standing up as much anymore. You used to like to stand up. She's not working out anymore. Her glasses are too big. Is there anything you fucking like about her? All I've heard you do is put her fucking down over and over again. And again, if you was sitting next to me, trust and believe, I'd knock his teeth in. I said what I said.
Don't do Velma every day.
I've been there, done that. At 42 years old, trust and believe, not doing it again.
Torsten said they do cover your face a lot, but either way, it's fine.
Well, it's like a whole other person when you take them off.
Yes.
Never, don't apologize for anything. It's going to get personal and ugly in here tonight. It absolutely is. Because I'm done having this shit dangled over my fucking head and everybody else around me. I'm done watching people like Chico get fucking shredded and mocked and fucking just for what? Because she's a mod of mine, a friend of mine. Because it has nothing to do with Chico. Chico's a damn good person.
Yes, Tracy, I agree 100%. Men that are into themselves get on my nerves. That are into themselves too much or too into themselves get on my nerves. Me too.
Them bros.
I don't. It's not attractive.
What is too much?
So she just basically described Craig, right? So now she's abusing him back. Is that what's happening? I don't know the new rules here, so I'm a little bit confused as to the definitions here.
When you like walking around, you're just like
you, Craig. You.
It's good to take care of yourself. I don't even want to get on this topic because I can see where it. I got something.
Right? I want.
Are you into yourself
This just fucking grates my nerves listening to this fucking piece of shit degrade her.
too much? Can
Well,
you guys describe that? And
when that becomes your whole
You stand by these men, don't you?
life, it's no longer just about
Who stands by these men? But you stand by these men, don't you? Who does that? I don't understand. That's a little bit confusing there. Who stands by these men? I just asked for
trying to be.
We may have to do it
just trying to be healthy and feel good about yourself. It's like
getting late.
that's your whole.
And I
world.
gotta stand
You know,
by
you,
this.
from Jersey Shore.
like a Jew said, or confidence is attractive, but too much is. I don't like that.
Nobody likes Eric. So that's what I'm saying.
Don't
Where's
let
the
this
line?
happen.
I don't.
Where's the fucking muzzle?
I don't even know how you describe it. I can't stand a man that prep or talks about themselves all the time. That's just me. No, I think that I agree.
BJ, I can't stand a man that prep. Okay, she's probably talking about like meal prep and shit like that. I don't know. But your man's a prepper, dude. Sorry to break it to you, but he fits in the doomsday prepper category. He might just not have a stash like a lot of them do.
Agree.
But he's a total prepper. Sorry.
Not, I don't think that person was talking about a doomsday prep. I would have taken, me personally, if I read that comment, I would have taken it like prep, like he gets ready, like get prepared. That's how I would have taken. How do we end up at a doomsday? How do we end up at a doomsday prepper? Oh my Lord.
To break it to you.
Okay.
Yes, being confident is good, but being vain is absolutely gross.
Flutterby, thank you so much for the 10 gifted memberships. Welcome to the cabana.
He's more into you, like, serve me, lady.
Thank you again. That was very kind.
Then he is actually like, you're beautiful, and he's complimenting you.
I think it's like,
oh my God, cheesy.
I don't even know. I'm not good with words. I don't know how to describe it.
Cheesy, I'll be traveling on. Oh no, I won't be traveling on Thursday. So I thought it said Tuesday. If I don't see you Thursday, happy
250 today, and I made $100,000 last year.
Haley, that is so.
Building the island. We know you. We respect. Oof. Janice, don't do that. Thank you.
Like, do you know about the how do you say it? Cantralia mine fire that's been burned? Town had to evacuate, and it's they can't figure. It's like an unquenchable fire. Like you can't even put it out. Yeah, it's like a because what they tried to do was
now say what you want about her, but to me, her chat and Craig. Now at this point in time in the stream, I know it goes crazy from there. Fuck all that, but at this point, they're just hanging out and talking. I don't see anything wrong with this thus far, but okay. Hell, now I have Be Prepared from Lion King going through my head. Nothing wrong with preppers either. They don't hurt anyone. They just are very prepared. The island loves you. You are worth it. Oh.
I don't know if this is the same thing you're talking about, Haley. You can let me know. But
Amber, that's absolutely true too. It's a breakdown over time. It's diminishing someone's value. It's stripping them of their identity, their agency. It's a cycle.
Basically, what they tried to do was, I think it was a landfill, and they were trying to figure out ways to.
Then you add in the isolation tactics that oftentimes come with it, and the intentional causing problems with family and friends. So you are isolated, so you have nowhere to go or have no one to confide in.
Burn the landfill.
Yeah, it was an old coal mine. They threw.
Yes, they threw. Yeah.
And then they tried to burn it in the coal mine.
Yes.
And the coal caught on fire.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Isn't that the one you guys are talking about? And like the town actually tried to stay for a while, and it actually yeah, people started getting cancer. One kid actually.
That's actually an interesting story. She should probably talk about that sometime. It's actually interesting.
I'm going to say this, Julie.
I'm going to say something. BJ, see that filter right there? That filter that just caught you? If you didn't have a man like Craig breaking your looks down every day, you wouldn't give a shit what we said. You wouldn't give a shit. If you had a man that respected you, thought you were beautiful, if you thought yourself of any value, you wouldn't be needing to use a filter. But I get it. Craig showed his ass last night, and so did you. But you're allowing this. You're allowing him to treat you like this publicly. But stop saying you're not using filters. It's the blur filter. It's the fucking fix my appearance filter.
It blurs the background.
You have no self-worth because he demolished it. And you allowed him to do that.
You have no self-worth.
That's why when every time somebody calls you on your shit, you go after looks. Because I have a feeling that's exactly what's done to you.
Girl. Is she even watching the streams that she's typing in the chat zone? Every single one of these mofos go after each other's looks. What? Right, AMAC. What? Filter checking? I love a good filter. Fuck all that. Man. I know, well, never mind. I'm not going to say that, but that's crazy to me. We may have to skip ahead. Okay.
I appreciate a copy paste to a few and just said
of a channel. And why are you making it your life mission? No, but she's saying that Brittany.
I don't care about the Julie stuff. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to watch.
I'm sure Julie responded to it
on my laptop, but I'm getting
she must not have had it
for children.
You could,
and if I click
do it because they're
allegedly sleuthing a
house.
Okay, we got this. Deep breaths. And Yaka, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Welcome to the cabana. Just so you know, it's a fake island.
Having dad, he changes your mindset, and he makes you say, "Get up, let's fucking go. We gotta do this." And it's not just being a crybaby.
All right, let's. All right.
Actually, dads should teach their children, no matter what their gender is, that crying's okay. If you cry, it's not a sign of weakness. Emotions are normal for everyone. It's okay to feel. It's okay to not be scared of everything in the fucking world too that isn't exactly like you.
That's what's wrong with a lot of these people. They're from divorced families.
All right, we are not going there. That's a
You're from divorced families. You know what? I'm from a divorced family, and I'm so
Oh
I'm so
my
grateful.
Lord. You know what? That happened to me too. Man, I can't. Everything they say, everything that they say. This is on 2x, Deets, maybe 1.5. That's only because Brittany talks fast. This is on 1.5, girl. How do we go from filters to emotions so quickly? I don't know. I told y'all this thing. This is like I get so emotional, baby. Every time I watch Brittany J. Like that's what this was to me. I was like, oh my God. Like there was a part where she like, I don't know if she was crying. She sounds like she's crying. There was a part where she was like yelling, like yelling into the computer. I was like, oh, she's not okay. Somebody go check on somebody, come get her. She's dancing like a. That's crazy.
Every day that my mom found the courage to leave. She had 3 kids, no job, no house, nowhere to go.
I know that's
They'd been married, I think, 17 years at that time. I was 6, going on 7.
Great said, AMAC, ain't nobody filtering their emotions. Listen, they said that they done took the pause, they broke it, ripped it up into little pieces, and blew that bitch out into the field with all the air on a windy day. That's what they did. Ain't nobody practicing that pause at all. All up in their feelings. No, Kona.
My parents still to this day can't stand each other.
Oh God,
But
I
I'm
can't
so
hear
grateful.
it. I can't hear it. Because then if Brittany
Just
talks
because you're
about
from
her
a divorced
parents,
family doesn't mean
divorce,
shit.
it'll be
Sometimes it's the best thing for all involved.
the worst
In
thing
a home,
ever.
that verbal, emotional, sometimes physical abuse
Facts.
is
Facts
normalized.
He's gonna get up in arms.
I can't be a nerd. Huh?
No, not about. I always just try to keep it.
I always proudly say my divorce was the best fucking day.
Keep it bland, great. Somebody's gonna be like, "Oh,
The toothless hillbillies don't even understand the words I just said."
The toothless hillbillies, right back to teeth. So let me tell you a little story, not to toot my own little fucking horn, but because you guys know I love to fucking share with you guys.
I don't want to hear about her.
So you have to call me Cindy Cross. You know the Schultz. One of my teeth. I'm like broke it on this one flap, but I went to my doctor.
Everything
when I lost that one, I came on here.
Everything that they talked about on this stream applied to her, right? She brought up the religious stuff. She talked about her mods being attacked. She talked about the divorce. She talked about verbal abuse. She talked about the teeth now. She talked about looks. She talked about like all these things. Like everything goes back to her. Like she makes it about her. And that I think is like, that's a different dynamic than I've ever known or seen before. So to watch this, it was like, oh, that's interesting. Okay, all good. Hey, Big Al.
I showed you guys my tooth and my baggie. I don't fucking care. I have no shame in that shit. This shit's normal. Like we are in our 40s. Most of us are in our 40s, 50s, 60s. Like that's my majority of my people. This shit's normal. Like just to hear the ignorance come out of this fucking guy's mouth. Oh my God.
If you don't tell it to them like a child, they're not going to get it.
What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm sorry about your kitchen fire.
And every time he says that, he shames her people more and more and more, and she lets him.
I can't. Okay.
You were sleeping. It's tough to paint over smoke damage.
Just let it
go.
You
She's fast forward.
No, you can't. If you don't like it, accept that that's what it is. Like I used to get, it goes for all of the real shit.
Everything, basically, everything Craig says.
Did you happen to see at night?
Got a story for her. Hold on. I want to see. There's a specific part of
that. Hold on, y'all. There's a channel.
Hold on.
Process. Nobody is trying to tell a single person how to feel about those statements that were made.
Butterflies are free. Everybody who has supported the channel so far. Check this out.
Fangirl 2J.
Y'all are amazing.
Have you ever really thought about that? A common term. It's a big difference. But he was saying, like, basically, envious, or I wanted
I should
to lose.
timestamp the next one. Sorry.
Someone wants to see you lose.
Yeah.
Because it makes them so.
I love my Ivy League. She's so funny. She's
Shut up.
well, envy is the one that hates you. Like
Nobody is jealous or envious of either one of you. I'm sorry to break that to you again. There might be people.
So I feel like some have some kind of feelings towards Becky, therefore it's hard to truly be neutral. Well, Sammy, I'm going to be honest. I watched this stream and with all of the lies that she told about me. So while she's upset about Brittany lying on her, she just did a stream lying about me. So absolutely, I am nowhere near Switzerland tonight. I am not claiming to be. Normally I am. I am not claiming to be Switzerland tonight. I showed a bunch of receipts of her lies earlier in the stream. I know she will not apologize for them. I know she won't do. She does a half-ass. She doesn't even apologize. Like, look, guys, I got it wrong. My bad, right? She's just gonna do I heard there was a stream and I don't care. Nobody sent it to me. She can't take responsibility for that. So I don't today. Normally, you know, Sammy, I like you a lot, but today I'm not Switzerland. But I respect if you need to step out. If you feel like it's too much, I completely got it. I completely get it.
Out there, not over here.
they're jealous. I think envy and jealousy with one another.
Yeah.
It's like it.
Got a beautiful house. I want a beautiful house. Top cocktail and bird.
Wants to see you ruined.
But
I've got a Christian 1,000 people, and I've obviously their
friends look foolish because there's a lot of conservatives in my chat that do not claim. They do get because
was. How can I say that?
So, what do you go against? Anybody know?
Call it?
Oh, she.
Well, I still kept growing on YouTube. I've never been that way. I throw my shit on the table, and this is me. Because I feel like that's the way it's the truth. You should be your true self, show your true self, and I shouldn't have to.
But the thing about it is you've been very vocal about you don't like her true self. You put her down constantly.
Bite my tongue, or you know what I mean?
No, does she? Somebody told me too, like the clip that like she's not even touching the stuff Jones's been talking about.
Again, okay, let's go here. The people in the back, this is for you.
Okay.
The conversation the other night with Burnt Toast, Chico, and myself wasn't that hard to process. Nobody is trying to tell a single person how to feel about those statements that were made. Every one of us stood against the statements that were made. There was not a
skirt. That's a lie. At one point in time, you stood against the statements that were made. That's the truth. Chico said, I didn't even go see the statements. I don't care what the statements were. She's all right in my book. Fuck Brittany. Fuck SW. And fuck, what's the other girl's name? Yvette. That's what Chico said. Her own words. Go back and listen. Maybe you need to go back and listen to the own stream that you were on. That's possible. Burnt Toast said, so Clue, what did you say? Oh, I don't really remember. And they take everything I say out of context. So I don't even remember what I said. Like, it's no big deal, you know? Okay. You all right with me? Not one receipt was shown of what she said. And you know, I know that you know, that we all know, when you hopped up on Queen's Mantle and called her a fucker, you say you don't sit with racists. You stood 10 toes down at that point in time. You stood at that point. You stood on that shit. You meant that shit. Now you're like, hey guys, listen, I know she said some racist things, and it's okay if you guys think that it's a racist thing, but stop calling it out, please, because we're really trying to like do something over here for the mission about Brittany, and you're really fucking it up for us. I don't give a fuck about your mission. Part of the reason and then you turn it around. I'm just trying to rehabilitate people. I'm just trying. We got to give grace. We got to give people a chance to grow. That's interesting because your stance really did change quite quickly when it came to Clue. I mean, what has happened over the last, what is it? That was December 20th. So what is today? June 25th. What happened over the last 6 months that your whole entire being changed, that now you're willing to have a conversation with somebody? Clue was just as reckless with Sebastian Rogers' case, as BJ, as Bullhorn Betty, all of those people, okay? And you're telling me, listen, guys, we can hang out where we want to hang out. We can chill where we want to chill. Just let's all just get along for the greater good, for the fucking greater good. There is no greater good that comes from it. The greater good right now is to go after BJ. But the greater good, that which is drama. Stop saying you're here for something. There's no mission. There's no movement. There's none of that. It's drama. Y'all are the new drama, like your drama 2.0 community. That's all that this is. It's straight drama. What am I? You ask? Drama. Always been into the drama. Well, at one point in time, you stood for it. You stood for the victims. I still stand for them. But you ain't called out a fucking victim. What cases are you covering right now that you're calling out misinformation to help protect victims and families? You know why? Because it's more fucking interesting for you to point out all the shit that Craig and Brittany talk about at 3:00 in the morning. That's not you anymore. Embrace it. It's okay. Everybody changes. Everybody can alter themselves wherever they go. It happens. But just because somebody calls that out, you don't get to keep saying, like, you sound like an apologist right now. And I know that's not how you
Not a single moment that we condoned what was said. The problem becomes is that
must have been like,
it is continued to be harped on as a targeting point for the rest of us. We're supposed to be held accountable for things that we didn't say. We're supposed to answer.
I'm sorry. You just held me accountable in this stream for people taking you to court because I had a conversation with them 6 months before anything popped off. Okay. So I'm responsible for people taking you to court. I'm responsible for the shit, the videos that Shady has put out, the videos that Clip Punk has put out, the videos that videos and content that Sinner has done. I'm responsible for all of those things. Again, it's with the projection. You feel responsible for that shit. You sat up there. I sat silently because the people of color were talking. Good for you. But you know what else you did? You sat there when you knew what the fuck she said. And she said she played right in front of your fucking face and lied. I don't know what I said. I don't know what the context is. My bad. Fuck out of here. Nobody wants her canceled. Stop being so fucking extreme. Nobody wants her canceled. Stop lying and saying, I haven't seen her do anything since. Number one, are you even fucking looking for that? Because I would highly doubt it. That's number one. Number two, you know the first sign of somebody changing? How does the program say the first step to recovery is admitting you have a problem? The first step to education is admitting you're undereducated or uneducated in a subject and going out and getting that knowledge. Clue ain't done that shit. Clue said, she just said a couple of days ago, somebody sent a clip of it. I said what the fuck I said. I'm not apologizing to no fucking body, regardless of how it impacted them. And you keep wanting to spin it. The reason why you're so upset right now is because you can't barely even sit within yourself, knowing that you're going against everything that your own beliefs stand for. Could you imagine compromising your own fucking self and what you stood for at one point in time? I couldn't imagine that shit. It couldn't be me.
For things that we didn't say. Because we have gone in the chat, now we condone, agree, support everything that is said and done. That is not.
If you are in a chat, I don't think that being in a chat means you support everything that person has done. It's when you sit on a panel, make excuses for, oh, she was so upset that day. That's the reason why she threw out the F word. I've been angry a lot of times. And you know what hasn't come out of my fucking mouth? Never once. The three of you, and I mean the three of you, you need that clarified burnt toast nonsense and Chico. You sat up there, you let her lie to everybody's face. And I know that you knew. Maybe burnt toast said she didn't look at the shit. which is crazy to me because she also is one who normally pulls out receipts for every racism stream that she's played, but that's neither here nor there. But Chico sat up there. I didn't see what you said. I don't really give a fuck because I got beef with Brittany J. I don't got no beef with Crew. I respect that. At least she stood on it. You can't even stand on it and say, I fucks with Clue because she's helping me go after Brittany J. and we're on a mission together. Say that. Then can't nobody be mad, but stop saying I stand with these communities. I'm an ally to these communities, but I'm gonna sit next to this person and hang out with them and chat with them and talk to them on the phone and be friends with them and be cool and blah 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 when they're doing those actions. Now in this stream, you accuse me of being transphobic. I'm very confused as to where you've gotten that from. That is not me. That's not who I am. That's not me. I love everybody. And by love, I don't mean in like the Jones and loves everybody kind of way. I mean, I have no hatred in my heart towards anybody. I may dislike people strongly, but I don't hate anybody. Not for their religious beliefs. Everybody is welcome to them. Not for their ethnicities or their racist beliefs. I don't hate them for their ideals or beliefs on homophobia or homosexuals, transsexuals. I don't hate any of them for that. Because here's the thing, if they have all that hate in their heart towards anybody else, that hate is just going to keep going with hate and hate and hate and hate. No, for what? So I just show kindness. Oh, what kindness are you showing to Clue? Clue don't need kindness. Because Clue said, she showed all of us who she was. She told everybody. I said what the fuck I said. Leave me the fuck alone. Don't bring that shit up no more, else I'll sue you. That was her answer. Or some shit like that. Fuck out of here. But go on. I'm going to let you give your apology.
Not logical. That is not how the world works. And what I don't understand is the people who have the biggest issue with that being said.
Good for you, Stevie.
They don't have an issue with what was said because they have differing beliefs or friends with the very same beliefs. They're friends with the people who say, ship them all back. Fucking get rid of the illegals. They have friends that do that all the time. This is where I struggle. I don't see how that's any different. It's all foul. It doesn't exist. It shouldn't exist. It shouldn't exist in 2025. It makes no sense to me that these people are meeting hate with hate. When does it become recognizable that we should want people to realize that this harms people? That type of belief system hurts people.
So where on that panel did y'all show Clue her words, play the stream, and say, hey, can you recognize where your words would have been hurtful? Oh, let me guess. We didn't do that on the stream. We did that behind the scenes. We're just talking to her over here. We're out here just trying to educate Clue, who has said she doesn't need your fucking education, all right? Okay. This is why people are disappointed in you, because this isn't what you used to stand for. You used to stand against it. And here you are on your own panel. Good for you. All vocal. I don't agree with that racist shit Clue said. But you sat up there and you were like, it's all good. It's all good. We know you're angry. Hey, by the way, instead of focusing on what Clue said, let me show you what Brittany said. Craig is trash for saying it. Oh, he said it because he was drunk. That's not an excuse. Oh, but angry is. Y'all sat up there and said, him being drunk and saying it, the excuse that Brittany gave, him being drunk and saying it was not an excuse. Oh, but Clue being angry was an excuse. That isn't acceptable understanding because, don't worry, guys, she only said it one time. Nah, fuck out of here.
People. And when people do not continue on that harm and you don't see it, that's called growth. Nobody is trying to tell them it's not racist. Nobody's trying to tell them that they have to accept everything or condone everything. I'm a white woman. I'm not even going to speak in that arena and what you should and shouldn't believe. But what I don't understand is these very people that have the hardest time with what Clue said, a lot of them have differing belief systems. Some of them are harmful. Some of them have changed over time. Some of them have grown. Some of them have changed their belief systems because they learned to do better. They learned that those beliefs
affect other people. Absolutely.
So why do they get to determine who can grow and change? The difference that's been
No. I think maybe that's where the confusion is coming in. I'm not determining if Clue gets to grow and change. What I said is, I don't fuck with her, and anybody who does is complicit in her actions. That's me. That's just my stance on it. But do you, boo?
And pointed out time and time again between Craig and BJ and Clue is it's an ongoing pattern of behavior. Constantly. 7 years ago, it was the same as it is today. And how is it okay for you guys to demand that everybody has the same thoughts and feelings that you do? My God, I'm not even close to the same person I was 20 years ago. I grew up in a very evangelical, conservative, extremist household. I am thankful for the people that have taught me about the world, have introduced me to other cultures, other ways of life.
It sounds like you were willing to be educated, unlike others.
What's harmful to other people, so I could learn and grow and do better for my fellow humans. I don't get it. That you want to point fucking fingers and scream, well, she said this in that fucking chat. Yeah, she did. She did. But she also hasn't said it since. So, again,
right.
Where do you want to go with that? You mean hate with hate constantly? And these are the same people that have such a hard time with her. But these are the same people, after learning what Laura did, ran and supported Laura.
That's a fucking lie. That is a lie. And I absolutely have the receipts for that shit. If you need it, let me know. When Makeup Monster put out the video that outed the confirmation that Laura had made that call, Nunya, walked the fuck away. She did not take accountability. It's no different than Queen B. You fuck up, people make mistakes. That ain't a mistake I would have fucking made, and I wouldn't have fucked with it, but I could respect you if you actually took accountability. Now, Lord, don't you start no shit. Don't be going over to my stream and all that shit. I ain't got time for that shit. But there's no accountability. There's nothing left to be said. Why are you out here lying? So you're out here acting like I'm good with the CPS caller? Meanwhile, sitting in chats? What? You're crazy. If I'm good with the CPS caller and I'm cool with the CPS caller, then you're good with the racist and we can be fair. That's how I feel like that's fair. I feel like that's fair.
I don't understand the wishy-washiness about it. They'll call that out and they demand. That's the other thing. Something I never have done is demanded that others take up my fight. Never once have demanded others fight my fights, fight my battles. But that's what they constantly are doing. They're constantly trying to tap other people in to fight their fucking battles. They're not even fighting that battle. They're using that as gotcha.
Who are we tapping in?
They get real loud about this conversation, but silence when it comes to harming people in the transgender community. Because a lot of them are against that.
Who? A lot of them. So again, this is where I had the problem. So you're out here throwing my name in this shit. You're throwing Jones's name in this shit. You're throwing all these people's name out here. And then you're throwing it out. They've got a problem with people in the trans community. What? Who? Where? Where the fuck is the receipts of that? So to me, what that feels like is you just threw that shit out again to see if it sticks at the fucking wall. Lie number 22 at this point, but you're just seeing if it sticks at the wall. That's wrong. You're accusing everybody with not one fucking receipt. We at least had receipts that Clue is racist as fuck and homophobic. We had receipts for that shit. You ignored it. But now we're homophobic. We're transphobic with no receipts, right? Just gonna throw it out there. That shit is on purpose, and that's manipulation. And I feel like what you're doing is you're saying to your audience some foul, vile shit, just like whatchamacallit does about you. Some foul lies about people. It sounds crazy, but keep on lying. That's crazy.
I got you, Chico. Give me 1 second. Give me a second. I'm sending Chico a link.
She isn't angry. It's always righteous indignation.
Nobody ever
Everyone else is
demanded
righteous
that they feel
indignation.
a certain
Just
way, that they're
straight
not
up.
offended by this stuff.
Right.
I look around and I'm like, so you want to use that as a gotcha moment, but you don't want to have conversations about how much harm we do. Really,
There's
good
no,
friends with me.
oh,
When I came into this,
hell no. Oh, I was about to say, fuck out of here.
constantly trying to tap other people in to fight their fucking battles. They're not even fighting that battle. They're using. I got you, Chico. Give me 1 second. Give me a second. I'm sending Chico a link. Nobody ever demanded that they feel a certain way, that they're not offended by this stuff. I look around and I'm like, so you want to use that as a gotcha moment, but you don't want to have conversations.
Here's the thing. I don't know why, like, I don't understand this concept. Pointing out the fact, calling out the fact, calling out racism, calling out bigotry, calling out homophobia, calling out transphobia, calling out all these things that impact communities. There's no gotcha moment. I don't know where the gotcha moment is coming from, but it's not like, ha ha ha, I gotcha, you're racist. Like, there's no gotcha to that. It's calling it out. You used to stand for that. What happened? Wow. Right. Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying.
About how much harm we do to the LGBTQ community. You don't want to talk about how harmful it is. Ugh. I don't get it. I struggle with this. I've been struggling with this because it seems like that's such a thing on YouTube.
So Natalie, here's my question for you. Do you have a timestamp of her saying that? If you do not have a timestamp from that stream, I'm gonna have to ask you to stop repeating things unless you have a timestamp to back it up. And the only reason why is I'm really big on people come and they start shit, they state shit that's not true. You don't need to. When you have receipts of something and it's the truth and you can stand on it, you don't need to make something up. You don't need to put 10s on 20s. You don't need to do all those things. That's part of the problem. Is what they do is they take what BJ does and they nitpick at everything and it waters down the real shit that she actually does because they all go after her. So I don't want to do that to Clue. So I'm just asking, moving forward in this chat, if you know that that if you know a timestamp for that, and I can go and watch that, or Jones and her Deeds can go and watch that for me, and that is what she said, I will play it so we can clear it up. If she did not say that, then please, like, this is a second comment where it's like this kind of, I'm not going to say it's a strong accusation that I don't personally get down with if you don't have a timestamp or a receipt to prove it. Okay, thank you, Chronicles. Appreciate that. Because I will play that for sure.
And it's not because they want to see people change. They don't want people to change. They don't want to see people grow. They don't want to see people do better for their fellow humans.
I don't know.
That's something that I told Kyle. I was actually in tears the other night. And I said, I'll never understand. I don't understand these belief systems that people get so caught up in. And usually it's out of fear of the unknown. Why does it matter what other people do in their households? Why does it matter what color of skin or somebody's culture?
Are you kidding me right now? Why does it matter what somebody else does in their own household? You spend day in and day out. I'm gonna have to end it because I gotta go to the bathroom at this point. But you spend day in and day out. You literally just told Brittany it's been 24 hours and she hasn't deleted that account for her kid. What the fuck is she doing? Because you have the red receipt. You just told Brittany what to do in her own damn house. We listened to it. What? Insane in the memory. Insane in the brain. Even after BJ knows Dark Horse called, BJ keeps saying they called. It's BS. I agree, Sammy. Let's be honest, right? So Dark Horse denied the CBS call. She said she called for the welfare check. Okay. There is no receipts. There is not one receipt that I have known of or seen. Obviously, there probably won't be one that shows proof that somebody actually called CPS and like took ownership of it, right? I know that Dark Horse took ownership of the welfare check call, but I adamantly heard her on, I want to say it was Jay's panel, maybe Granny's panel, one of the two, and she said I did not call CPS. Now, maybe that switched up over time. I don't really know. But my personal thing about that is it all wrong? Yes. I think nobody should be blamed for that. I think it could be a plethora of people, and putting somebody's name on it is dangerous. I also think that I think the call itself was dangerous. Like, whatever. Nobody really gives a fuck about her kids. None of these people give a fuck about her or her kids. Like, I wish they would stop acting like that. You can't say you despise somebody but like their kids. Come on now. Nah. Wrong. Oh, she admitted to calling last night. Interesting. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay. All right. Touche. Wow. That's fucking crazy. Wow. Well, that's proof I don't watch fucking Queen Bee's live streams, but that's insane. And the fact, again, I don't want to assume that everybody is like, oh, it's okay, but I can imagine that there were some excuses made because she's so concerned. I don't know. To all her alts and the calls. See, that's too much. That's too much of an investment. That's it to me. That's too much hatred. That's too much. Like you're consumed by it at that point. That's
Why
crazy.
does that impact you or affect you? It doesn't make sense to me. Hey.
Okay. A lot of times it's the messenger. A lot of people don't like me, and that's fine. Like I said earlier, I'm not here for you and your opinions. And I know that sounds fucked up.
I'm gonna skip past
but
Cheek.
I'm not here for opinions. I'm not here to see how you feel about me.
Yeah, I
or
have no beef with Cheek.
If that message went clean over your head, then you'll never get why our country is in the shambles it's in now.
The quote was, I can call tomorrow if you want me to. Let me get clips together regarding CPS the last around 20900. I mean, I feel like that is that threatening to call, or is that like, bitch, don't tempt me? I mean, maybe a veiled threat. I don't know. Okay. We're gonna pause. We're gonna go listen to this, and then we're gonna be done because we're gonna have to pause. There's more to it. Maybe I'll review it tomorrow. I don't know. But I'm fucking tired. I've had a long day, or maybe I'll do it Friday night. I don't know. Maybe open it up. Let me. You said yesterday. 2. Oh, see, okay. We're already off to a rough start because I just heard something and we already got it wrong. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it. Queen, don't strike me, bitch. I don't strike you when you use my content. Okay, I'm gonna do fair use. Don't strike me though. Well, honestly, you can fucking strike my channel because I don't really give a fuck. I'm not monetized, so I don't lose shit. But just know. Okay, here we go. So this message says, yes, I called CPS and now I'm checking out of YouTube. Others reported in addition to me, but I'm the bad one. I'll take it and disappear as a mandated reporter, crucified as a mandated reporter. Wow. I don't know where this comment is from, but she's saying, I ain't the only one who called. That's interesting, but okay. Oh, hell. Sorry. My bad. Here we go. Let me go back. This message, so here's the message. Yes, I called CPS, and now I'm checking out of YouTube. Others reported in addition to me, but I'm the bad one. I'll take it and disappear as a mandated reporter, crucified as a mandated reporter. Wow.
Let's get back to that.
They're going to get themselves in trouble. CPS has come to my house. They did their thing. You keep calling, you're going to get in trouble.
That's not how it works.
No, it's really not.
Not at all.
What's really wrong with you when you're starting to believe that can you believe that he would even say that? No accountability at all.
Accountability for what, bitch? Ain't nobody called CPS on you. I'll call tomorrow if you want me to. I'm over your ass. Like, I'm dead ass serious.
Take accountability for a call we didn't fucking make. That nobody over here fucking made.
But is that what she said? Hold on.
Accountability.
When you're starting to believe their thing, you keep calling, you're going to get in trouble.
That's not how it works.
No, it's really not.
Not at all.
What's really wrong with you when you're starting to believe that Can you believe that he would even say that? No accountability at all.
Accountability for what, bitch? Ain't nobody called CPS on you. I'll call tomorrow if you want me to.
Oh, what say you? She claimed 5 other people called. When pressed how she knew that it was 5, she started stumbling and admitted she did not know a number. Do you have a timestamp for that? Okay, this could be the end of this. Me personally, she did wear it like a badge and she went everywhere. She tried to come in my chat and hop on my panel. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't fuck with it. I think it all has gone too far. I don't agree. Like, again, Clue is like, I'll call tomorrow. I feel like she's talking shit, but I understand why if you're a supporter of Brittany, you'd be like, and I'm just trying to be fair, you'd be like, what the fuck? She's going to go call. I don't think she's going to call, but who knows? She says she's over the shit. I don't fucking know. But I also know that I sat there and I watched Brittany talk some terrible shit about her ex, and that's wrong as fuck. So I feel like it's like fair is fair. She's not, Brittany isn't innocent in this, Clue isn't innocent in it, Queen isn't innocent in it, Nonsense is innocent in it. Like, they're all participating in it. And Jay, they like it just, they're all participating in it, and they keep it going back and forth. Honestly, it seems to be a very big money maker for them, and I ain't mad at that. Do your thing, make your money. It's all good. You know? Yeah, I agree, Shady. That ain't my thing. Don't false call CPS or threaten it, period. I don't think it's a threat that should be used at all. I think anybody who like, and that's not because Clue is saying it. That's anybody. If BJ was saying that, I'd have a problem with it. So yes, all Shady did was provide the timestamp. Okay. And that was because Natalie brought it up in the chat. Okay. I'm hoping the live chat will be available after this so you can see that. Okay. Shady was not here working on behalf of anybody. She just happens to be like the rest of us who, when we watch something, we know around about when it may have been or wasn't. Or we may have extensions, like Jones and has an extension that you can search for certain words and it will come, it'll come up. So BJ ran with everything Dark Horse said on QBs and said Nonsense knew about it and is convinced she had knowledge of it all. So here's my thing, Sammy. I feel like none of us really know. None of us know. Like, if Dark Horse is saying she's not the only person that calls and she seems to have access to, she seems to have some knowledge that other people also called, we don't know if that's true or not. Now, who the other people are, we saying that it's nonsense. That's fucking wrong. You're assuming it, but you don't even know if it's true. It could be true. Like, fair is fair. Could be true. Could not be true. All right, great. Then you go on to the next one. And yeah, she did deny calling. That's true. That's true. So she did lie about that part. But then you go on to the next little situation and you got, could it be this person? Could it not be that person? Yes, it could be. We don't know. Okay, well, to be fair, Sammy, this live stream was from yesterday. This is not from today. So this live stream she did is prior to Dark Horse being on Queen's panel. So I just, in case that's what you're trying to correlate, like why she's so fired up. I didn't see her today. I only seen what she did the other night. So, all right, I'm headed out. It's late, and I'm sure my husband is going to be like, "What the hell are you doing? We got to go to bed because we got to be up early tomorrow." So, let me correct that. It's not that he tells me when I have to go to bed. It's just we sleep better next to each other in the bed. And so we prefer to be in the bed with each other, going to sleep, because it helps us fall asleep. So if you listen to Dark Horse's portion of that live you just played, I will listen to it, Big Al. I'm more than open to listening. I'm not that kind of person. So I 100% will get a chance. I can listen to it tomorrow. I can do that. Okay. All right. No problem, Sammy. You're welcome. Anybody is welcome here anytime. I don't have a problem with anybody. I just ask that, like, you keep it respectful. You can respectfully disagree with each other and not attack each other. Like, I don't understand it. I think it's nice to be able to get a different perspective, You'll see she was being less than forthcoming and truthful with their words. Okay. All right, yeah. I've actually heard her, so I actually knew of her before. You're all good, Natalie. I knew of her before all of this shit. I don't know when she went to go be part of Brittany J's community, but at one point in time, she was on Queen's panel talking about some of her personal information. And I only remember because like she was like in witness for protection and all this other shit. And this whole story that she like couldn't tell her identity, but could tell all these details that could help people find her identity. So it was insane. But that's the only reason why I knew of her and or knew of her name. But that's where they're in Nonsense Chat. That's the two places I knew her from. But I don't know like at what point in time she went over to Brittany J's channel or she was there first and then went over there. And that's when I seen her. I don't know. I don't care. You know, it's totally like I'm completely fine both ways. So, all right. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you all coming to hang out. And I will see you later. Later, Gators. Listen, take care of yourselves because nobody else will. It's very, very important that you take care of yourself. Bye.
Yeah. Big mouth gal riding tall. Truth talk coming through. They call me the good nun. Your opinions on blast. Got a voice like thunder and I'm never outclassed. Sanctimonious fast with a silver spurred tongue. If I cuss too loud, well, I'm just getting started, hun. I'm a big mouth on a horse. Don't need no permission. I speak truth loud like it's holy tradition. Yeah, I messed up, but I own my position. A fair queen riding with divine conviction. I drop hot takes like thunder from the saddle. Spit facts so raw they make cowards skedaddle. Ain't here to pander. I check myself too. If I'm wrong, I admit it. That's just what I do.
Big mouth, big truth.
Giddy up, girl. Giddy up.
She wild, but she just
Riding tall. I'm a big mouth on a horse. Don't need no permission. I speak truth loud like it's holy tradition. Yeah, I messed up, but I own my position. A fair queen riding with divine
conviction.
Big mouth, big truth.